From the last great Coliseum, that is the Bristol Motor Speedway, we welcome you as an aerial shot shows you the concrete jungle. That is the half mile located between the beautiful mountains of Tennessee and Virginia. Nails the last great Coliseum, that is the Bristol Motor Speedway. It is coverage tonight of the Blanchard's Towing 275. It is Bristol, baby. It is a wild race, no doubt about it. We're glad you're here for coverage on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. It's the Triple M Pulling Truck Series, sanctioned by NASRA. Good evening. I'm Wesley Outland. William Tiller is alongside, of course, Adam Flieger in the production booth handling things. And I'll tell you what, William, it's Bristol, baby. 3 words. Dale Earnhardt Jr. created it the first time he won at Bristol. It leaves up to its motto still to 2023. Even in the iRacing world, we are going to have a fun time tonight. Bristol never disappoints. Will, are you there, buddy? Okay, I think my buddy William Tiller is having some technical issues. Adam, if you want to jump in on Mike before William jumps back in here, buddy, your thoughts of Bristol Motor Speedway. It's a fun track. It's a unique track. You never know what type of racing excitement you'll see here at Bristol Motor Speedway, no doubt, buddy. Yeah, for sure. Truck racing, half-mile racetrack, banked, no doubt about it. William, I think you're back with us, buddy. Like I said, I don't know if you caught the introduction, but Bristol Motor Speedway never disappoints, whether in reality or virtual. I think we're going to have a fun time with the NASRA trucks tonight. Oh my goodness, my buddy sounds like he's just getting hit by a thunderstorm or something. We're having some technical issues, folks. Let's step away and go to a commercial break. We'll see if we can try to get things fixed on our back end, and we'll try to get back with William Tiller here in the broadcast booth in just a moment. Stand by. We want to get these gremlins out of the way before we officially go live. Coverage of the NASRA 360 Racing Network. It is the Triple M Pulling Truck Series from Bristol. We are back in a moment.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here from Bristol Motor Speedway. I am William Tiller, and I have gotten those technical issues worked out here tonight on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. I think my colleague Wesley Allen was asking me about the cathedral, the Coliseum that is Bristol Motor Speedway. Here tonight, we're going to have some beating and banging. These race cars are not going to look pretty at the end of this race here tonight. But the person at the end of this that will take this checkered flag will feel all the more sweet knowing that they've tamed the great last Coliseum that is Bristol Motor Speedway. Looking at it, and we're back with our colleague Wesley Allen. Wesley, I believe I survived Terminator and the Skynet. We're back here from Bristol.
Are we back on the air? That's the question.
Yes, sir.
I was trying to find somebody to possibly relieve you of duty, man. I'm glad you got it fixed, though, for sure. But I don't know if you caught the introduction. I said, William, the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway, it is exciting, whether it's in reality or virtual. I think we're going to have a fun time here tonight, no doubt about it.
Oh, no, we're going to have an absolute blast here tonight, Wesley, with this field of drivers. We had some controversy last night in the Xfinity Series. Let's see if that tends to carry over here tonight.
And by the way, for those that did check out last night's events with the Xfinity Series, as my colleague just mentioned, it was made official this afternoon that Hunter Parsons, one of our announcer colleagues, was awarded the win last night after the finish of jumping a restart. It was given back to him to win, and he's ready to go tonight. We're ready to go truck you at Bristol. Lumpkin on the outside. What a good job for him. Stephen Thomas, runner-up last night at Xfinity, row 1. Klinkhardt, Newbert, row 2. McKinnon, Cinnamon, row 3. Osborne, Doucette, LaBeouf, Richards, your top 10. We got to knock out this lineup fast because we are about to come to the green flag. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bristol, baby. Green is out. The Blanchards towing 275 is underway. We'll give you that full ticker in just a bit, where you can find your favorite driver. We apologize for those little gremlins along the way, but William, we're racing at Bristol.
We are absolutely racing at Bristol right now. Taylor Peacock will lead the first lap down into 1 and 2. Taylor Peacock in that 81 machine, a favorite coming into tonight's race. Wesley, there was a question on Twitter of whether it was going to be the 81 of Peacock or the 29 of Keith Bradley. Right now, Taylor Peacock taking it across the line down to 1.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual race, and we are underway. By the way, not only are we broadcasting on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network, give them a subscribe button on YouTube like I did on my network a few moments ago. The Community Radio Network, Raleigh, North Carolina FM feed 87.9, and Miradix is broadcasting the race also. Thank you to Brady LaBeouf for letting us do that. We've been having some technical gremlins ourselves on our new broadcasting software, and in doing so, they stepped up to the plate and said, we need to do a real broadcast tonight. Let's do it with the NASCAR Series, and it worked out perfectly. Right now, the leaders work their way to the back straightaway. Thomas is out in front, Peacock second, Lumpkin, Klinkhardt, Newbert, Bradley trying to climb into the top 5 as they're single file going to turn 1. We got Robert Richards going around at the start-finish line, spins the truck. Everyone else is on the binders to the outside. One truck with a move daring to the bottom just missed the machine of Robert Richards, and caution on the speedway quickly in the early going at Bristol.
Robbie Richards in that 48 machine completely sideways down that front stretch here at Bristol. We're going to take a look at the replay here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. If you're watching along with us here on YouTube, we see that 48 there. Wesley's going to come off of 4. I think just give it a little bit too much gas. You see on the exit there, he starts to slide, and then by the time he reaches that start-finish line, already at a 90-degree angle.
Well, here's a look at the caution flag of the replay again of what has happened here as Richards goes around right out of turn number 4. The good news is nobody hit him.
No, absolutely not here. We see Robbie Richards just going to get sideways coming off of 4, that 48 machine. We talk about it each night here, Wesley. We haven't talked about the points here. In this series particularly, that 48 has been very strong across all the series here tonight. One of the rules of these NASCAR leagues, Wesley, no fast repairs, but as you mentioned, no damage to that 48.
Yep, under the yellow flag. By the way, we forgot to mention when we came on the air, a couple little technical gremlins. But we're ready to go here now in stage number one. Stage
Yes,
one
sir.
and two will be 75 laps. 75 laps, stage one. Yellow flag will be thrown. Top 10 in the stage will be awarded stage points from the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series here in the Blanchards 275. And then they'll come back and they will race for 125 laps. It'll be 150 laps plus the two stages at 75, and then that'll be 150. Then you got another 125 laps, 100 and a quarter for stage number three to the payout window to determine the winner. And again, this should be an exciting race. We saw what happened to Robert Richards. He puts us under the yellow flag here in the opening going as the caution was showed after he spun. I gotta tell you, I don't remember the number of the truck there because it happened so fast, William, but that I don't want to say it was like an orange truck, but what a save he made when everyone else darted to the outside of the racetrack. He dropped to the bottom and he just barely missed glancing by the 48 of Richards and not getting collected.
Yeah, that was an absolute awesome save there. Looks like it was the 77 right there. See the 77 machine looks like going to be on the tail end of that pack. Again, going to watch the replay here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. If you're watching along with us, that's Johnny Lawrence in that 77 machine. Watch it here now, folks. You see that 77, the 48 is going to get sideways way ahead of the 77 machine. Wesley, you're going to see this 77 pull out the Neo sunglasses and just matrix right by Robbie Richards in that 48.
Yeah, what a great piece of driving for that man right there in the 77 of Johnny Lawrence, because I thought he was going to be definitely collected in that incident and definitely wadded up a lot of trucks, no doubt about it. Close to 30-plus entries ready to go. As you look at Johnny Lawrence able to continue, we are closing in on 10 laps completed after an opening accident on around lap number 3 and 4, but the field is back 2 by 2 by 2 behind the pace truck. The one to go indication is being given. We better go back to the front of the leaders, guys, because we're about to go back to the green flag with Stephen Thomas, Jacob Klinkhart on the front row. Green flag goes back in the air. What a jump by Peacock. He scampers from the rest of the field as they climb the bank into turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, 81 machine Taylor Peacock taking us out of the backstretch right now down into 3 and 4, leading that pack right now. Thomas in the 23 is looking for that opportunity. The 5's right there. Adam Newber in the 4 machine's been a very hot driver. We have wreck. We have a big wreck right on the front stretch. Looks like the 42 machine is going to be involved. We'll have to see, Wesley, if anybody else took any contact from that 42, but we have a truck sideways on the front stretch.
If anything, it's truck number 42 that is going around, and that's Ed Osborne. Ed Osborne with a big pile of smoke just at the start-finish line, losing it in front of the pack. Everybody quickly on the binders to miss him. He did have some help. There's contact as James Morse, the 96 machine, to the left rear of the 42, turned him. Everyone else on the binders. Smoke clears. Everyone gets by. Single truck accident for Osborne.
Yeah, just another single truck accident here to bring out our second caution of the night. We'll watch it right here. Wesley, does he get any help from that 96 machine as we come off of the corner? Does that 96 give him any help getting sideways?
Well, Taylor Peacock, man, he got a really good jump on everybody. Here's on board now with the 96 of James Morse. You can tell where he got into him. I'm not saying it was intentional, but
no, not at all.
Don't see why we're racing this hard in the early going like that.
Right. It's very tight here at Bristol, so you got to understand it might be a little bit of short track racing here tonight. But it doesn't look like any heavy damage here. 2 cautions into this race, so I think all the drivers involved might be okay. Still a long way to go here tonight at Bristol. Wesley, as we watch right now, Ed Osborne on that 42 machine here under caution.
Yeah, I was just kind of quiet because I wanted to see how much crunkled up damage was on the number 2 VFP entry Chevrolet. Got to remember too, guys and gals that are tuned in on the NASRA 360 Racing Network or listening on CRN, you cannot use a fast repair in this series. If you get wrecked, you got to go on what they call the damaged vehicle policy clock, if you will, like NASCAR. You got to use up your time on the iRacing simulator to get your truck fixed. Doing so, you'll probably lose many laps, or you race out here with a beaten, battered, and banged machine and hope you get another caution. and pray you're not part of it. But for right now, there is no repair in this series.
No, Wesley, and that's one of my favorite, personally, one of my favorite rules here. I think it makes you drive more technically. It makes you think about things more. It makes you think about those holes. Do you think you can shoot that gap, Wesley? Maybe not here tonight at Bristol, as we're still under caution. As we're going down in the corner, maybe everybody's having a bit of a connection issues here tonight, Wesley. But just that no fast repair rule, I think, just makes the action a little bit more tighter on the racetrack.
Yeah, no doubt about it, buddy. We're going to set him up for the restart here with Taylor Peacock, the leader. You're going to see the ticker on the top of your screen scrolling thanks to Adam Flieger. Taylor Peacock is the leader. Stephen Thomas is second. Jacob Klinkhart third. Adam Newbert fourth. Trey Pitts in the top five. And I'm going to bring in our producer, Adam Flieger, because he's no stranger to talking. And, of course, he was going to jump in and try to help when Will had his technical issues. And Will, we might, Adam, we might bring you in a yellow flag or two, buddy. Yeah, you're taking this opening 15, 16 laps. It's been yellow flag. We got to calm them down here in stage one. Well, field makes their way back to the Geico restart zone, and the green flag goes back in the air after the second caution of the race. Third restart of the night with Peacock over Thomas, Newbert, Klinkhart. They work their way up into turn number 3 out of turn 4. Another lap on the board. It's Peacock leading on lap number 20.
Yeah, Peacock in the 81 machine will take us into 1 and 2. Down that backstretch to 23 of Thomas right there. Adam Newbert, one of the fastest drivers here so far in the month of February. The 4 machine right there in third as we're around 3 and 4 down that front stretch.
Working their way back around the start-finish line. You got to set yourself up for that green flag run here at Bristol, but you've also got to remember they will knock off laps very quickly here on the Morse truck up on the outside. Jose Luis Rivera now clears by him. He now goes after Brady LaBeouf, the driver from Louisiana. He's got those trucks boxed in front of him. Doucette Pitts into turn 1.
Doucette right there on the inside, trying to hold position around the corner here down this backstretch. Doucette in that 16. Keith Bradley in that 29, right in front of that 16 on the corner. Keith Bradley, another favorite here tonight. The animal wants everything that Bristol can give to him in that 29 machine, trying to advance position. But right there, Wesley has Chris Cinnamon in that 3, right ahead of him.
Yeah, no doubt it. There's that 5-6 truck tandem working their way off of turn 4, back to start finish. And again, we worked down lap number 23, closing in on about a quarter of the distance way. In stage 1, it's 75. Peacock leads into turn 3.
Taylor Peacock still a race leader in the 81 machine. Doucette still stuck on the inside lane. That's 16 all by himself there. Keith Bradley in that 29 is right there as well on that top side. Doucette still trying to get by Chris Cinnamon on that top side, down to 3 and 4.
Field working their way again back across the start-finish line and around the entire racetrack, as here comes a nice camera view of the trucks working their way from all the backstretch, and we got a caution. Yellow flag flies. I think Trey Pitts might have a problem, or Brady LaBeouf looked like he might have triggered a yellow flag, and actually it might be Huck Wigginton and Jason Stevenson with problems, actually. Yellow flag is out over the Speedway for the 3rd time here in the Blanchard's Towing 275.
Yes, sir. 3rd caution of the night here as we check out this replay here on the Nazar 360 Racing Network.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness there, Wesley. Oof, a little bit of fireworks here tonight at Bristol.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. We saw Huck Wigginton and Stevenson, Blanchard, some of these trucks all in that pack. The 43 of Blake Lothian was also around there. And here's a look at it one more time of the replay of caution 3 here on lap number 27.
You see right there, just the 43 machine of Blake Lothian is going to hold that topside lane. And you see Wesley just tend to drift up the truck, and you see the 43 is just going to hold his line. It's just hard to say in that situation there, Wesley.
Yeah, it just to me looked like it was a racing deal. Honestly, Will, they just kind of got together. Nothing intentional. Just tried to find a line there. And got to the left rear, a little bump. It looked like maybe the 00 Huckatage truck looked like he might have been climbing the banking, and he tagged up in front of the Lothian machine, Wigington's machine, not intentional, and that is why we were under the yellow flag here.
Yeah, no damage to either truck there either, Wesley. So we've had a couple cautions here tonight. No damage to any trucks. So no fast repair rule having to be implemented so far. And Wesley, pretty surprised by the pace so far here tonight.
Yeah, right now it's pretty much closing in on 30 laps, 45 to go here in stage number 1. Obviously, 75 laps the distance in stage 1, 75 in stage 2, and then they'll go 125 around Bristol for the final stage of the payout window for the NASRA Triple M Truck Series. Here's some of the trucks, by the way, that you're looking at that might have got damaged earlier. Here's Chris Cinnamon's truck, by the way, up a couple of spots in 7th, but you're looking at the 42. Seeing how damaged his truck was from recent accidents. Of course, that's the driver of Ed Osborne. Chris Blanchard's in the back. He was a part of the accident earlier. Huck Wigington, Ron Hunter, drivers that are in the back right now of the 31 trucks here at Bristol. And I'll tell you what, I thought we'd see a 40-some-odd truck field, but 30 might be too much for this race.
Yeah, 30 trucks here tonight. Pretty big field here tonight, Wesley, for this Fast Friday, as I like to say here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. We're looking at Cody now on that 26 machine here on this broadcast. Cody's been trying to keep it together here, Wesley, across all these leagues. Definitely does a lot for NASRA off the track. Trying to make it happen on the track as well. That 26 machine could probably get it done here tonight at Bristol.
Yeah, super good guy, man. I've had the privilege to chat with him a couple of times in conversation and work with him behind the scenes on broadcast. By the way, speaking of Cody and the NASRA, Millie's Catering and Restaurants Series, they are in action, remember, this Sunday night. That is the Next Gen Cup Series. Sunday night, we're at Auto Club Speedway. Now, it mimics the real NASCAR Cup Series schedule with the Next Gen cars on Sunday afternoon. NASCAR is at Auto Club. Well, guess what? We'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central on Sunday night. We will be at Auto Club. When they race in the dirt at Bristol or at night at Bristol, we'll do the same thing. And we are ready for the green flag for the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series. Barney awaits to wave the green. The green flag flies. It's Taylor Peacock using the outside over Clinkhart, over Thomas. They're 2x2 as they wanted to.
The 81 machine taking us down the backstretch. Heavy battle, though, between the 5 and the 23 machine. Clinkhart and Thomas at 23. Now Clinkhart clears at 23 machine. We're going to cross this line. Another lap in the books right now. Clinkhart right on the back bumper. Taylor Peacock as we exit 2.
32 laps on the board here, about to come to about 6 laps away from halfway in stage number 1. It's Peacock the leader. Thomas in that second spot. Everyone all single file. Thomas now peeking for the leader into turn 1.
Big battle right now as the 23 machine of Thomas is going to peek to the inside. No, that's Clinkhart in that 5. Going to go to the inside of the 81 of Peacock here around 3 and 4. The 5 of Clinkhart looking all chromed out here. It's had that gold chrome paint scheme and that throw, that I'd say that homage to Kyle Larson here tonight. In that 5, Clinkhart's digging down to 3 and 4 still side by side with Taylor Peacock in the 81.
Yeah, that's a homage to the Hendrick Cars 50th anniversary throwback, of course, to Kyle Larson in that ride. He stays to the inside of the racetrack. He's got Taylor Peacock up on the outside. Here comes now Clinkhart. He'll back off the binders of the tailgate of the leader of Peacock. Thomas is right there within 3 truck lengths. Newbert, Doucette, your top 5. They go to turn 1.
As the 5 of the Clinkhart keeps trying to push the issue. We jump back now to the 16. Doucette trying to get around Adam Newbert in that 4 machine. Now Clinkhart, you watch now Wesley around these corners, and we jump back to the 16 of Doucette trying to get around Adam Newbert in that 4 machine. Doucette here to the inside, side by side with the 4 of Newbert. This is a battle for the podium position right now as we dig down around 3 and 4.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The race continues on. It's Peacock up in front. Clinkhart second. Doucette now battles with Newbert, the Tacoma, Georgia driver who's pocketed almost $325 in the last month of NASRA competition. That battle heats up. Now Clinkhart looking Peacock for the lead in turn 1, halfway in stage 1.
Okay, lot 40 right now. You see the 5 of Clinkhart's pushing the 81 to Taylor Peacock up the track just the way he's using that air, Wesley. Each lap that goes by, he is just chopping away, trying to find his opportunity as we dig down around 1 and 2. Still being led by Taylor Peacock in the 81, but might not be for long, Wesley, as we dig down to 3. The 5 Clinkhart still trying to press the issue.
Watching these drivers work their way from the top of the limb view. Doucette and now Justin Lumpkin battle for the top 10. This is in 7th and 8th spot, now also 6th.
Caution.
And we got a yellow flag out over the Speedway. Caution is out. Yellow flag flies. Ron Hunter with a problem in truck number 30. He puts us under the yellow flag for the 3rd time here at Bristol.
Under caution here once again, Wesley, in the Blanchards towing here in Triple M pulling truck series. We're going to watch what brought out this caution flag, Wesley. Watch once again. We know Ron Hunter in our other series trying to get into the playoffs here, but not here in the Triple M pulling truck series. Still a long way to go before we start talking about playoff racing, as it looks like we're going to come off of the corner here, Wesley. Not sure where this caution may have come out. Yep, there we go. Looks like Ron Hunter's already sideways off of 4.
Yeah, that's Ron Hunter and Trey Pitts and a couple of other trucks right there with each other. Jose Luis Rivera, the 24. That's, of course, I think that's Jose Medina.
Ooh, big pile up there in the corner. That is Jose Medina in the 24.
Yeah, no, that's Brady LaBeouf. Correction, Brady LaBeouf also involved in it. The boss of Nazareth. And
he's
you
racing
see what
24
happened.
tonight.
He is, normally Jose Medina is in that truck, but he is driving the 24 tonight. Here's a replay of it again. And by the way, the 96 of James Morris also in that snakes patch, if you will. Watch this one more time in real time on board with Brady LaBeouf, and it all just happened so fast. Contact, tags the 27, around goes Trey Pitts, nowhere to go, everyone else on the binders.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate here, and just the way that Bristol is formed, the last great Coliseum here in the great state of Tennessee. Wesley, it's just if one domino starts to fall, they're all going to fall, and in that instance, it might be some drivers that have to retire from this race here tonight, depending on the damage on that truck.
Yeah, we'll find out how much damage might be on that truck number 27, or the 21, my apologies, of Trey Pitts, as other trucks are being assessed at, they're being looked at, and some are coming to the pits, but for the most part, it is not the leaders in the front. Taylor Peacock is your leader, Jacob Clinkhart 2nd, followed by Stephen Thomas 3rd, Adam Newbert 4th, Keith Bradley is your top 5. Justin Lumpkin is in the number 6 position, purple truck. Joey Doucette is 7th. The Blanchard number 3, Chris Cinnamon is in 8th, followed by James Morris. The 96 is 9th. Michael McKinnon is right now in the top 10.
Here we go, still under caution here, Wesley. And Wesley, I know folks at home like to say maybe road course racing can test your endurance. It's a workout having to go right and left, shifting up gears, down gears. But in my opinion, Wesley, you know, we're only about 45 laps into this race here. We're already about 4 or 5 cautions in. I think a race like this could be more of an endurance race, more of a battle mentally than, say, a road course race.
Yeah, hands down. And right now, obviously, the mentality is also there, just like Daytona or Talladega, when you're trying not hard to bump draft or side draft off of somebody, being in a tandem or get caught up in the big one. The same thing could be said here at Bristol. Though it's not a super speedway, the mindset, whether virtual or reality, you got to hold on to that steering wheel. You got to be watching your P's and Q's to your left, to your right, and even to your rear, and make sure that nobody is around you when you try to make moves to go for the lead or passes or even for the win. To be there at the end, you got to survive Bristol. Not only the drivers around you, but the mindset of your mentality is also key as we get ready to come back to green flag. Peacock pulls the trigger, gets back on the loud pedal virtually, brings that big pack of whirling dogs off of turn number 2. It is Peacock, Thomas, Clinkhart, Thomas, Newbert, Bradley. That's the way they stand with a 3-truck battle for the lead as we approach lap 50 off 4.
81 Peacock takes us down into 1 and 2 single file line all the way down the grid right there to a battle of the 3 machine of Chris Cinnamon under fire from Joey Doucette right there on the inside around 3 and 4 still single file line. He's going to cross this line. Another lap in the books, make it lap 50 down to 1.
Another single file line, nobody jumping out of line just yet. Working down 50 laps in this board, 25 remaining in stage number 1. Meanwhile, in the back of the top 10, here comes a battle that's heated up for position. This works off the corner. Now we go back to Doucette, Cinnamon, Lumpkin. That battle goes on for the top 10 spots out of 3.
Yeah, I feel like Justin Lumpkin in that 18 machine is going to really come on strong here in these later months. I think really catching fire in some other series. I think it's going to spread across all the races here in Nazareth. Now the 48 of Robbie Richards is trying to make up for an early mistake on the inside of the 13 machine here around the corner.
Another lap. Working into turn number 3. Working now exiting on turn 4. It is Peacock, the leader. Clinkhart in second. They come storming by start finish here at Bristol. Peacock, Clinkhart, Thomas, Newbert, Bradley, and they hurt the back straight away. No one jumping out of line, yet they are now, for the most part, single file, trying to settle in for the end of stage 1.
Settling in right now across the front stretch down into 1. You see Chris Cinnamon in that 3. Joe Doucette in that 16. You also see the 96 machine still staying in the mix. As you just said, Wesley, single file lane all the way around the racetrack right now. All around the corner, making another lap in the books.
Yeah, for the most part, everybody just kind of minding their P's and Q's, keeping it on the straight and narrow. A little contact a moment ago between Joey Doucette, the 96 of Morris as well with the 16. They push each other up the racetrack. They ran each other up the banking, up to the safer barrier. They backed away. Now they give up that spot. This is for position 9 and 10. Back across the line, Michael McKinnon looks on. Newbert now battles Thomas. This is for 3rd in turn 1.
29, Keith Bradley right there as well. The animal is trying to eat here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as we cross the start finish line. The 29 keeps trying to go to the inside of Adam Newbert in that 4. Adam Newbert on the top side lane, currently in the 4th position. Keith Bradley trying to go from 5th to 4th right now on the racetrack. Meanwhile, they're catching up to the leaders as we make another lap in the books. Clinkhart, though, touches that topside wall, gets a little loose there, Wesley.
Not only are they catching up to the leaders to make it more competitive for the front, they're also at back marker trucks up in front of their tailgates as well. It's Peacock now, the leader. Clinkhart, they all fight for the lead. They're negotiating through lap traffic, also going to turn number 4.
As things are getting a little dicey right now with lap trucks now getting in the way of these leaders. The leaders have to reconfigure what they're going to do, as now Taylor Peacock is letting his colors fly at the top of the under caution.
Bottom of the racetrack, it's truck number 77 that's going around. That's going to be Johnny Lawrence. He spins. Everyone else stays to the bottom of the apron. Yellow flag with about 20 to go in stage number 2. 1.
Flag once again. Johnny Lawrence in that 77 machine. We just saw him here on the Nazareth 360 Racing. Was on the inside of the racetrack as the leaders were passing him there. I think Johnny was already maybe a lap or 2 down here, Wesley, on the racetrack. Was just trying to stay out of the way there on the inside. I think maybe just overdrove the exit of 4. That's exactly what he did there, Wesley.
Yeah, just simply lost it there for the Lawrence machine. Caution is out. Don't think he's really damaged that truck that much. He'll be able to roll away. He should be okay to continue.
Right here as we watch here under caution in the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Wesley, I got a quick question for you, my man. We've seen that now coming off of corner 4. 4 has been the problem corner so far here tonight. What's so difficult of a track like Bristol on the exit of the corner, getting on the gas? How precise do you have to time that?
Well, the thing is you're working off of turn number 4. You quickly are just carrying so much momentum. And for a lot of these trucks like we've watched or you see in real life, they're up on the top of the racetrack. They're climbing off that safer barrier to the outside lane. And that momentum causes either trucks to get to the back of the rear deck lid to take them out, or they're carrying so much speed themselves, they got to get on the binders to avoid spinning, and sometimes it's the opposite result. But that's what takes place coming off of that turn 4 with all that speed. Yeah,
just that corner tonight has been basically I would say the culprit for the majority of our cautions so far here tonight, Wesley, as we haven't completed stage 1 yet. Stage 1 will complete on lap 75. These drivers here tonight will have 4 sets of tires, 100% fuel capacity. But I think right now, Wesley, I don't even think that drivers are thinking about any of those things. I think they're just thinking about surviving stage 1.
Yeah, I right now, you just want to get to lap number 75 or 76, pardon the pun, get to that end of stage number 1, and then you can kind of fill your truck out, figure out what the good, the bad, the ugly is, what you can fix, what you can't fix, what you can't control. Then you go back and you try to reset again. But for the most part, again, right now, these drivers just kind of patiently getting, hopefully, to the end of stage number 1. But there's still a long way to go in the Blanchard's 275.
Yeah, here in the Blanchard 275, we've seen Taylor Peacock, the 81 machine, just basically follow the leader at the top of the grid, Wesley. Do you see anything changing here as we count down the laps here in stage 1?
So I would say that right now everybody is still trying to just ride this stage out, though we've had a lot of crazy moments with some cautions of some slip-ups along the way. Nobody is really trying to be aggressive. They want to get to the end of stage 1. Once they get to the end of stage 1, stage number 2, obviously aggression will pick up more. Stage 3, that final 125 segment to the payout window, to the finish of the checker, they're going to be all no holds barred. And of course, would you expect anything different here at Bristol?
Absolutely not, and that's exactly how these drivers drive in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. These drivers waste nothing at the end of these races, and I see the same thing here tonight. Which I see us maybe finish it with maybe 10 or 11 trucks still on the racetrack. Never mind the lead lap, as now we come around the last corner under caution, about to go green flag racing once again.
So the lights are off on the pace truck. We'll be ready to go back for the restart here. Taylor Peacock on the inside. Jacob Clinkhart, row number 1 to the 5. He pounds the gas inside the Geico restart zone. Green flag goes back in the air. Closing in on the final 15 laps of stage number, well, actually 10 laps to go in stage number 1. It's Peacock, another great lead jump from everybody into turn 3.
Peacock in the 81 still leading the way. We're jumping back through the field right now. See some other battles taking place. The 18 of Justin Lumpkin now to the inside of the 4 of Adam Newber. Adam Newber has been under attack all race long. Has the 29, the Animal. Keith Bradley right behind him as well. As we're around the corner right now, Justin Lumpkin still battling for position, but now we see the 23 of Thomas putting it on the 5 of Clinkhart down the corner.
Certainly doing that, and right now a 3-truck battle for the bridesmaid spot. Newbert and Thomas now stick their nose in the gunfight. Here comes Bradley, Lumpkin, Cinnamon, 6 trucks for second behind Peacock into turn 1.
Put some cinnamon in it, make it all just a lot better, as Chris Cinnamon is in the mix here once again. A winner already here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series, trying to make it another win this year. Chris Cinnamon in that 3 machine, trying to get around the 29 of Keith Bradley.
And just like that, also 5 laps to go, flashing up on the flag stand here, closing in on the end of stage number 1, and we got a caution. Yellow flag will fly again. It looks like we might be seeing problems. Dana Shepard and Brady LaBeouf possibly again, 45 and 24.
Under caution once again. Wesley will have to check for the folks at home to see if that brings an end to stage number 1. Looks like Raul Meza there. Going to get clipped on the exit of the corner. And again, Wesley, I think we mentioned almost every broadcast, the bad luck streak continues for Raul Meza in that 37.
Yeah, that's heartbreak for Raul Meza, the Serve Pro 37. I mean, he had a lot of momentum going off of that race at Daytona before he got airborne, and it seems like ever since that's happened to him, he's still got this monkey on his back that's turned into a gorilla, it looks like. The Wonder Bread truck also involved. I want to say that's, wait to see the clearing, if you will. Clint Mata, the 7. So that's why we're under caution.
Yeah, Wesley here. It looks like some other trucks are involved in it as well. Jason Stevenson in that 72 machine racing out of Kentucky right there. Johnny Lawrence again in that 77. Essentially, he's turning this race into a demolition derby. That 77 still rolling around the track somehow. Some other trucks are going to take some damage from that here, Wesley. I believe that will be an end to stage 1, if I'm not mistaken. We had about 5 laps to go, and the caution flag flew, depending on the amount of caution laps we're going to ride there. That all depends.
Yeah, we'll just have to ride it out here and see. Right now, it looks like we're on lap number 73. I'm thinking they're probably not going to be able to get this thing restarted. Trucks are already coming to the pit lane. This is the end of stage number 1. So, hey, it will go to the number 81 truck of Taylor Peacock. Peacock will be awarded the stage 1 at the end of the first stage. Obviously, they're going to say these other laps under caution will be what they will be, but stage 1 will officially go to the Blanchards Heating and Cooling, number 81 machine for the Blanchards, towing 275 That is the driver of the number 81, Taylor Peacock. And we are going to step away. We'll grab a word with him before the restart. Get you ready for stage number 2. Still a long way to go. Coverage of the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series from Bristol returns on the NASRA 360 Racing Network and simulcast on CRN, the Community Radio Network, when we return. Are we back? We're back. We're Bristol, baby. And we welcome you back to coverage of the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series. William Tiller's alongside. I'm Wesley Outland, and we have officially got stage number 1 completed. Stage 2 is underway. If we get a caution, we'll try to grab a word with Taylor Peacock, but we're back under racing, and Taylor Peacock trying to sweep both stages, but he's got another 77 laps to get it done here, Will.
Yeah, back under green here once again. We jump back. The action's quick, fast, and in a hurry here tonight, Wesley. As we dig down in the corner, looks like we have a truck scraping the wall. That's the 53 truck having some problems. That's Fonda in that 53 struggling here to start off stage number 2.
Yeah, Fondal smacks off the outside safer wall barrier, but is able to continue along. The field works their way back into turn number 3 and 4. Cinnamon now starts to make a climb into the podium. He works the top 5, going for 2 for 1. Clinkhart, Lumpkin, he settles on their sights into turn 2.
Things getting very dicey up here at the top of the grid. We have Thomas in the 23 machine locked in the second. Adam Newbert, though, in that 4 machine on the top side under fire from Bristol up in the 18. He has Jacob Clinkhart in that 5 right behind him. Things very crazy right now for our top 5 position.
Pretty solid run right now as Clinkhart now has the animal Keith Bradley to the outside. Driver right. Newbert's there. Winner last Friday night as well. They now go after Lumpkin. 2 sets on the contact. Oh. Here comes Bradley up the racetrack. He turns and nose first into the safer barrier. More trucks get collected. 2-3 trucks littered off the back straightaway.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Wesley Outland. We just saw that happen in real time here on the racetrack. The 29 machine at Keith Bradley got sideways, tried to save it, and then nosedived right into that top side wall, just co-sending into chaos down in the corner.
Yeah, no doubt about it, my friend. Several trucks are collected as the smoke clears. Sickles is on the pit lane. Meza, so is the machine of the 22 of Jeff Sickles.
Wow.
So many trucks involved, and it started with a bad bump draft by Keith Bradley. Bradley was trying to clear by Cinnamon. They made just a little bit of contact. He tags the machine of Cinnamon's truck. Okay, correction, I'm sorry. It was Doucette. Doucette got into Bradley, and then Bradley got turned. Everyone else saw nothing but smoke and grime and chaos, and the wreck happened.
Oh my goodness, Wesley. We'll have to check out the view from the 43 truck of Blake Lothian there to see what his point of view of that wreck was. Because I think the 43 truck narrowly avoided disaster here tonight. When we watched that contact with Joey Doucette in the 16 and Keith Bradley in the 29 machine, we're going to ride on board right now with the 22 machine of Jess Sickles. If you're going to watch on with us here at the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, Jeff, looks like Wesley is going to ride up to this incident, not know what's going on here at the corner. Oh, there it is. Oh, right into the front of the 29 of Keith Bradley.
Well, it is a tough break for many of these machines after what just happened. I think the worst for wear had to have been the Milltown, New Jersey driver. I know it says that he's the Stage 1 winner, but is he the Stage 1 winner? I don't think he is. Taylor Peacock got stage number 1. Yeah, and Will, maybe since we're under caution, but let's see if we can grab Taylor Peacock and get his thoughts after being the Stage 1 winner and get his thoughts of this wild race with a lot of cautions here. I think we're in the 5th yellow flag of about 80 laps into this event here at the Bristol Motor Speedway for the Blanchards 275.
Yes, sir. And here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, we are joined by stage number 1 winner, Taylor Peacock in that 81 machine. Taylor, how'd you get it done there in stage number 1?
Just taking it easy, saving my tires. Just waited till somebody, just saved my tires as long as I could and waited till somebody got a little racy, and then I started racing hard, just trying to take care of my stuff. I know how these races are, to battle to the end.
Yeah, here tonight, it looks like it's gonna be a race of endurance, basically the last truck surviving. How do you keep your mind on the top of the grid, not what's happening behind you?
It's my favorite track. I love being here. I know this is probably my best opportunity all year to win, so I'm here to go get it.
Yeah, there was a poll on Twitter. It was either you and the 81 machine and the 29 and Keith Bradley. Favorites coming in here tonight amongst all the other winners here this season. Taylor Peacock and the 81 machine, the winner of stage number 1. Taylor, with that stage victory, anybody you want to shout out before we let you get back to the track?
Up front Motorsports and my teammates. Hope to see what we got for them for the rest of the race. Thanks, guys.
All right, my man. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll talk to you soon.
Confident there for the driver Taylor Peacock, the green and yellow, or the green and white number 81 machine, winner of stage number 1. There you see in the Blanchards entry. By the way, not the only guy with Blanchards. A lot of drivers sporting Blanchards towing on those trucks here tonight. We're back to green flag. We approach lap number 90 here at Bristol. They go back to speed. It's Peacock, Lumpkin, Thomas, Newberg back to the back straightaway. Question is, for how long? They hold it organized off turn 4.
Yeah, right now we see the 23 machine of Thomas under fire from the 3 of Chris Cinnamon. But right now, this is for the top 3 out of Newberg right there in the 4. But what I loved about the 81 machine of Taylor Peacock there, Wesley, is his ability. Now he's under fire though. Justin Lumpkin, the 18, is battling to the inside of the 81. We have a battle for the lead now, Wesley. Around 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Across that start-finish line right now around 3 and 4. Now it's going to simmer down once again. Taylor Peacock in 81 will take us off 4.
He might have thought you might have jinxed him there for just a second. Now Lumpkin, Peacock, Lumpkin up the racetrack. They're going to follow each other, same shadow movement. 2 truck lengths back. It's Newbert, obviously the winner in, I think I was told the last 4 of 7 races. Adam Newbert's gone to victory lane in all of the different sanctioned bodies of Nazareth. He now sits in 3rd. Winner for the trucks, actually, last Friday night. Cinnamon right there behind him. Clinkhart falls back to the top 5 of the gold 5 and 3.
Long way to go here tonight. The 48 of Robbie Richards back in the mix. Just touched on there, Wesley. Not thinking that now it's to the inside of the 23. Down into the corner right now. The 48 trying to find an opportunity to clear. 48 machine door to door with the 23 down the corner.
Yeah, the Nazareth Triple M Pulling Truck Series, where it all started for the sanctioned body back in the summer of 2020. Rock and rolls. It continues on in season 6, and now we watch Richards, who had a problem earlier in the race. Remember, he's now back up to 6th. He clears by Stephen Thomas. Nope, Thomas will battle back on the bottom. He'll carry Lothian with him also as they work off 4.
Thomas, the 23 machine, trying to live up to the number on the side of that truck. A little Michael Jordan crossover move there on the 48 of Robbie Richards. You see the 23 on the exit of the corner there, Wesley. Huge overcorrect, almost made contact with the 48.
Blanchard's 20 repair, 275 rolls on. We're in stage number 2. Believe it or not, we're about to put lap 100 on the board. Peacock is the leader, Lumpkin 2nd, Newbert 3rd. Here comes Lumpkin now, putting a bumper to the 81 to the lead. He can't get there as it crosses the line.
Taylor Peacock cannot relax like he did in stage number 1. The 81 machine is under fire from Justin Lumpkin here tonight. Justin Lumpkin looks like a man on a mission. The 18 machine here tonight as we come off of 4, making another lap in the books. 9-1.
Another lap of the board. They stay up to the outside, safer barrier, working off the banks of the last great Coliseum. Back straight away into turn number 3. Here comes Meza, lap truck on the bottom. He says, clear a path. Peacock coming through. Lumpkin will follow the rest of the thundering herd into turn 1 on lap 100. Next time by.
100 laps into this race right now. Taylor Peacock leads the way in the 81. Second position is the 18 of Justin Lumpkin. Third, Adam Newbert in that 4. Right now, fourth is Chris Cinnamon in that 3 of 5 spots from drop the green flag. Top 5 bookended from Jacob Klinkar in that 5. Sixth is Robbie Richards in that 48 machine, up 8 spots. 7th, Stephen Thomas in that 23 machine. 8th is Blake Lothian in that 43. And then you look at Wesley, the top 10 is bookended by 2 big movers. Brandon Bullock up 16 spots from the drop of the green flag in that 17 machine, and Dan Hagan up 17 spots in that 39 machine. Our top 10 right now here on lap 100.
Another solid run, 100 laps down, by the way, my friend, but there are still, 50 laps to go here in stage number 2, and 175 laps to go with the Blanchards towing 275. Peacock is out in front. Lumpkin, though, half a truck length. He'll dive to his inside. More trucks in front of him as Trey Pitts will be going a lap down in turn 1.
As we're throwing a few more chocolate chips into that chocolate chip cookie recipe right now, the lap car is not coming into the mix into this truck race here tonight in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. We watch right now, we're single file here, Wesley. Things simmering down here in stage number 2.
Certainly is for the most part, definitely for the time being. Everything is all calm, cool, collective. Question is for how long, though? Everyone right now minding their P's and Q's. They're staying out of trouble, and we have that long green flag run that possibly might be taking place. Peacock leads the cavalry with clean air now into the corner. Up the outside lane is Lumpkin. Newbert starting to try to close in, but he's still about a half a truck length back as they go to 3. Cinnamon and Klinkart waiting patiently as it looked like Peacock was about to get some company by Lumpkin for the lead. Thought better, everything goes single file into 1.
Justin Lumpkin keeps trying the issue right there in that 18 machine. Keeps trying inside, outside. Cannot find an opportunity right now as you watch this beautiful shot here in the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. 107 laps in this race here tonight. So a long way to go as we go down into 1. Caution on the racetrack. Caution.
Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought we were going to have that pretty decent green flag run, and we got a yellow flag on the racetrack. It's Raw Meza. Problems on truck number 37, the Serve Pro machine. Raw Meza already laps down. Problems for his truck. We're on the yellow flag on lap 104.
Yellow flag here once again. The 37 machine's going to have difficulties. Looks like down the backstretch here, Wesley. We talked about the bad luck the 37 machines had here across the board, across the all series. Really, Wesley, you're going to see right here off of 2. It's going to make contact there. Any damage to the 37? Looks like he's just going to go for a little Tokyo drift there down the backstretch.
Well, you got to remember, bud, he already had a problem earlier in the race. We got
Right.
tagged in a couple of cautions, so you got to wonder, he actually might have got lucky this time, not getting any more damage, except maybe flat spot of the tires. There is that green truck, though, 00. I believe that's Wigginton. He's going to go into the inside safer wall barrier. Watch the 00 as he's on the binders as they work into turn number 1 and 2 to try to find a way to clear him. He gets into the outside or the inside wall, trying to miss Mez's truck. We'll see how much damage is on his machine as we're about to go on board with the man at Wigginton, Huck Wigginton out of Bellevue, Tennessee. And look at this right here. There's the bump draft. There's the side. He didn't tangle the 37, but he got in the wall because of it. Got to wonder how much damage is on the left side driver of the 00 as well.
Yeah, I think the 00 already has a little bit of damage from an earlier incident as well, Wesley. We're probably looking at those trucks at the tail end of this pack that have damage. The damaged trucks running a little bit slower there in this pack. You know, Relum in the 37, the 00, Huck Whittington had some damage as well. Huck, though, looks to stay out on the track. We see right now we're still riding on board. That little bit of drive right there. I didn't see anything mechanically wrong from that truck. But again, we're not inside of it to feel the truck here at Bristol. But the 00 is still out on the track.
Yeah, another yellow flag as you check out another on the pole instant replay. He's William Tiller. I'm Wesley Outland. Adam Flieger will bring you back into the broadcast, my friend. Your take of the opening 100 laps here at Bristol. Still a lot of action remaining. Normally I'll ask William or William will ask me. We're going to ask you, the man behind the camera, the eye in the sky. What is your thoughts of the good and the bad of the race so far? All right. Well, there's the thoughts again of Mr. Adam Flieger jumping in. Also, color extraordinaire on production. William, your take of the race. Lights are still on the pace truck. We're still under caution. And I've noticed nobody really coming to the pits after pitting at the end of stage 1.
No, I think we're going to see those pit stops here later on in this race. Going to try to get that advantage out of those tires. But Wesley, here tonight, I think this pace has just been like a cannonball out of the jump here tonight. Stage 1 was crazy, a lot of moving parts in that. Of course, we saw that one by the 81 machine of Taylor Peacock here in stage number 2. Same frantic pace. Things simmer down, heat up, simmer down, heat up again, Wesley. The way this race is building and building and building, I think it's just going to be more and more fireworks towards the end of this race.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's give you the rundown of the top 10 right now as the field's still on the back straightaway. Maybe they'll get the one to go on the pace truck this time by. The lights will be illuminated. It's Taylor Peacock, the leader. Chris Cinnamon in the number 2 spot. Justin Lumpkin is now 3rd. Adam Newbert is 4th. Robert Richards with problems on the beginning of the race, now back into the top 5. Jacob Klinkhardt sitting right there in the number 6 position, followed by Blake Lothian with problems earlier, along with Stephen Thomas, Dane Hagan, and Brandon Bullock, your top 10.
We look past the top 10, look at Michael McKinnon at 13 machine, currently 11th. James Morrison at 96, currently up 4 spots from the top of the green flag in 12th. Ron Hunter in that 30 machine, currently 13th. Joey Doucette at 16, currently 14th. But we're back green flag racing here, Wesley.
Green flag goes to the air on lap number 118. Working lap 117 now as the leaders work into the corner of the back straightaway. Peacock pulls the hammer. He now brings them to the back stretch. Cinnamon will follow. For how long, though? They're single file as they work all 4.
As Mark Wahlberg once said, I'm a peacock, let me fly, and peacocks are flying here tonight. Taylor Peacock in the 81 machine is just putting on a show here tonight in the last great Coliseum, that is Bristol Motor Speedway.
Hands down, doing that exactly right, my friend. A couple of trucks tangling almost double wide behind them, but now they're all single file in the top 5. Up the outside lane. Peacock, Cinnamon, Lumpkin, Newbert, Richards, that's the way they are in the top 5 as they come storming at you out of turn 4.
Single file line all the way down the grid right now. Excellent shot here in the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. You get that on-track action that you've been wanting all night long here. Shout out to Lionel Richie. We got 121 laps in the books right now around the corner.
Right now, field working their way back around the turn again. The leaders will work their way back to the back straightaway. Whoa, we got one slamming the outside safer barrier. I saw some smoke, but he's able to continue along. I think that's Klinkhardt's truck. Somehow he fell all the way back to 8th spot. There might be a problem on the 5.
5 machine Jacob Klinkhardt, we've seen that chromed out Hendrick Motorsports machine here tonight, putting on a show inside the top 5. A little bit of damage on the side of that 5 truck though, might slow down. We're under caution flag once again here in Bristol.
Yellow flag out over the racetrack. Here's your on the pole instant replay as we will try to find out what happened. I believe it's truck number 20, and it is Jose Luis Rivera with a problem. Drops to the bottom of the apron in between the turn number 1 and 2. Whatever the issue is, he has triggered the caution because he was not able to get back to the pit lane. Pit road is closed. Caution out for Rivera. Something happened to his truck. He should have hit the escape button and exited on the toe. Instead, he triggers a caution.
Yeah, and this simmers what has been a pretty good run out of the 20 machine here. Jose Luis Rivera been in the mix the past couple of weeks. Wesley been a top 10 truck. Silently just building up a good season. Maybe Bristol was not going to be the race he remembers inside of the 20 machine. We're going to watch coming off the corner here. Wesley, looks like that truck's just going to give up on him here down the front stretch.
Yeah, just kind of keeping it on again one more time. Just a little disappointment for that driver again off the pace as the field works their way back down the front straightaway. He just could not get that truck fired, and in doing so, that puts us under the yellow flag. Triggers another yellow.
And here we're under yellow flag once again. And Wesley, one thing that we didn't get to do when we jumped off the broadcast here tonight is take a look at the point standings here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series.
Yeah, man, we actually had, some technical difficulties, and that was more of trying to get your mic and life back working properly before we dropped the green. But, and by the way, thanks to Adam Flieger and Brady LaBeouf and TJ Moore, the people behind the scenes in helping getting you back up and going again. But right now, here's a look at the point standings going in to tonight's event for the Blanchard Towing and Repair 275. Light with a win. Everybody has got to win. There's no first time or no multi-time winner this year in 5 events. And of course, a lot of good contenders that are up in the top 5. Richards, Doucette, Klinkhart, Lumpkin in the top 8 of the points, right in the top 10 on track right now.
Yeah, and you look at just talking about the 20 of Jose Luis Rivera. I talked about how the season that 20 machine has been having so far, top 16 in points. Now Wesley here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Not going to be a race that 20 wants to remember. Looking at the rest of that, Stephen Like is currently our points leader. Not racing here tonight, though, Wesley. So we'll see how that shakes out here after tonight.
Yeah, we certainly will, as right now the lights go off on the pace truck, I think, and we're going to get ready to go back for the restart. As all the while, it is still a nice, clean run being handled by the driver of course, the number 81, Taylor Peacock, taking on all comers that have came after him. Chris Cinnamon is now the driver, up 7 spots. That has moved his way to the number 2 position. They will stay under the caution flag single file, so another couple of laps under yellow. Lumpkin will stay 3rd. Adam Newbert 4th. Robert Richards, again, as I mentioned, the problems in the race settling in the top 5. The 1 to go indication being given at the line. They're about to double them up 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. And we're ready to bring the virtual thundering herd back to green next time around.
We are ready to thunder and rock and roll around the last great Coliseum that is Bristol Motor Speedway. This race has been crazy, chaotic from the drop of the green flag, but here we go. Wesley down to 3 and 4, getting ready to roll into that Geico restart zone.
Lights off on the pace truck as the pace truck will begin to scamper away from the hungry field of the front pack. It's Peacock and Cinnamon coming up to a snail's pace inside the Geico restart zone. Lumpkin and Newbert, row number 2. Robert Richards, your top 5. They await the green flag. It flags, goes in the air. Green flag back in the air to the green truck, of Taylor Peacock. He gets the go sign and he pulls away from Cinnamon and Lumpkin. And meanwhile, here you go. Contact. Look who gets loose. The 43, Blake Lothian, goes around. Going upside down, I believe, is Brandon Bullock. More trucks collected. Massive crash into turn number 3 on a restart.
Huge carnage, demolition, derby style wreckage down 3 and 4. Blake Lothian part-time here in the series because he is a full-time Craftsman Truck Series driver here. That 43 machine, Blake Lothian taking some time here to race with these boys here tonight with that week off in the Truck Series. We watched the 43 machine here. Is he going to make contact with the 23 of Thomas or the 48 of Robbie Richards here, Wes?
Yeah, I'm trying to watch it here and take a look at it again, and man, it looked like he kind of just ran out of room, and I told you the top 5 were starting to run in with one another, and there's the end result, buddy. Wow, what a problem. Blake Lothian and some other trucks. There was a truck that got airborne, too.
Yeah, that was a battle inside the top 5. So these were top 5 trucks involved there, Wesley. We'll have to see exactly. We're looking at Adam Newbert just ahead of these guys in that 4 machine. See the 48 right there, the 23 of Thomas been in the mix here. I believe I just saw contact made with Jacob Klinkhart in that 5. Heavy damage to the 5 machine here tonight. Talked about him making contact with the outside wall. Already damaged, battle in there with that 5 machine. Going to be heavy damage now. Going to have to battle with here tonight. Blake Lothian looks like took that toe to pit road. Going to have to endure that pit road penalty as well. There's a lot of carnage here in the corner.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what truck it was, the number that was airborne. Klinkhart obviously got damage in it. Remember, he slapped the safer wall barrier earlier and had some smoke, but there was a truck that got airborne. I want to say unofficially that it might have been the 17 of Bullock. I want to say it is the Macon, Missouri driver. We're going to ride on board with him, or at least he was around. Is it him? I think it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Brandon Bullock, I called it perfectly. He got airborne, and then he was able to pirouette through the air and land on all four wheels and pull away.
I give that a 10 out of 10 there, Wesley.
Hands down, that was awesome. That was awesome. Hey, what do you say we grab Chris Cinnamon? And thoughts right now, under caution, the driver of the number 3 machine. There's another look at the massive crash. Bullet going airborne, flip count, little hit to the tailgate by Ron Hunter in the 30. Penny for your thoughts, Chief, and he's able to roll along after that incident into turn number 3, but a lot of heavy smoke from the damage of Blake Lothian struck Brandon Bullock and a couple of other machines. As right now, I believe my colleague William Tiller has got Chris Cinnamon, who's now running down the crosshairs of Peacock in stage 2.
Yeah, right now joined by the 3 machine of Chris Cinnamon. Chris, you've been in the mix all night long here tonight, running inside that top 5, trying to get back to your winning ways behind the wheel of that 3 machine. Take us through your race here so far here tonight.
Hey boys, yeah, she's going good so far. Still a long ways to go. This last stage is going to be a long go, but so far having fun and keeping the fenders clean.
That's it, keeping it clean indeed in that 3 machine. Chris, what do you think gets the job done here in these late stages?
Tires, a bit of fall off. I'm not sure what's going to happen, how many cautions we're going to have, so I think pit strategy might be when you come in on the caution. But yeah, overall, I don't know. It's long ways to go.
And I think I asked Taylor Peacock, the 81 machine has, are going to go under green here. We'll let you go, Chris. Good luck the rest of the way.
Field is back inside the Geico restart zone. Green flag goes back in the air on lap number 134. Peacock, Cinnamon, Lumpkin, Newbert, Richards, your top 5. They go right back off where they left off to the back straightaway, fighting for the lead in the 3.
Chris Cinnamon going to go from an interview to driving on the racetrack right now. Chris Cinnamon in that 3 machine trying to hold on to second. Just Lumpkin in the 18 to the inside. Just Lumpkin, though, all by himself there on the inside lane as we're down the backstretch down into 3 and 4, though. Wesley, the 18 still by himself there, battling for second.
By the way, down to 15 laps to go here in stage number 2 as well. Peacock is up in front. Cinnamon now has got some company. Here comes Newbert, Lumpkin, Richards, all these drivers going out into the top 5. And now a little slicing and dicing is Cinnamon on driver right. Newbert to the bottom. There's contact. Cinnamon will clear Newbert. He'll fall back to 3rd as they mark off 4.
Chris Cinnamon in that 3 machine will clear Adam Newbert in the 4-4 second, trying to have his sights set now on the 81 machine of Taylor Peacock, who here tonight has not felt any pressure at the top of the grid here tonight. Wesley, living luxury at the top of the penthouse here tonight.
Living life luxury in the sim world. It's now to go with Georgia native Adam Newbert on board with him. He's now to the inside. Went to the left, went to the right, tries to make his move methodically to close in on Cinnamon. Cinnamon just holding his line, protecting that spot there on that over-the-top designs number 3. From Newbert's truck, you've got Robert Richards on board with him. He's now got 3 trucks to his inside, dancing as they work their way into turn number 3. The conga line roars, closing in on 10 to go in stage 2.
Riding on board that 48 machine here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. Robbie Richards with early trouble here tonight was able to bounce back like a bouncing ball out of a claw machine here tonight. Although Adam Newbert there on the inside lane trying to get by the 3 of Chris Cinnamon. Now the 48 there on the top side lane. Now Adam Newbert all by himself there on the inside lane. This is battles for a top 5 position here on Bristol Motor Speedway as we cross the line down to 1.
10 laps to go. Now closing in on under 10 remaining, actually lap 143, 8 remaining, 7 to go when they come to the line. It is still Peacock trying to sweep stage 1 and 2. There's the battle for first. Here comes Richards now with a burst of momentum. He's now after Cinnamon for the bridesmaid spot into turn 3.
As we jump down the grid a little bit there, Joe Doucette in the 16 machine's going to go around the 13. Chris Blanchard in the 9 is going to try to follow the 16 around right now. A tough battle as we cross that line. As we jump back up to the leader right now, Taylor Peacock in the 81 machine under fire from Chris Cinnamon. A lot of moving pieces inside the top 10.
Closing in on 5 laps to go. Next time by Peacock, Cinnamon, Richards. No change in those spots. Newbert and Lumpkin right there with each other. They climb the banking into turn number 3 and 4. Coming to the line. It is closing to the end of this thing when they work to the stripe. 4 laps to go in stage number 2. Peacock is sailed away now from Cinnamon. It's a 3-car battle for second into turn number 1.
Yeah, Taylor Peacock in the 81 machine has his brooms out because he's about to sweep the stages here tonight from Bristol down to 3 and 4, though the battle for second still rages on between Chris Cinnamon in 3, Rod Richards in the 48, and Adam Newberg in the 4, off of 4.
Not done just yet.
Just a few laps to go here in stage 2.
You're exactly right. Not done just yet. Didn't mean to cut you off, buddy, there as they are
Caution.
closing into the end. We got a caution on the racetrack. This is going to be just like what happened in stage 1, just around the same time. They can't continue under green flag for stage 2. Peacock will steal stage 2 like he stole stage 1. That might be an understatement, though, because honestly, his truck has been strong. Here's a replay of why we're under the caution flag.
See right there, there's Thomas in the
Stephen
23
Thomas.
machine.
Yeah, is that the 33, I think, in the fence there?
It is the 33 right there, and for Thomas, Wesley, I'm not sure what happened to Thomas. That's CJ Fonda on that 53 machine. Thomas Knights is just going sideways quick.
Yeah, it's the 53. It looks like a 33, but it's actually the Nashville, Tennessee driver, CJ Fonda, in the 53. Couple of trucks bounced off of one another, and in doing so from the McKinnon contact, then he got into the machine of Fondao. Fondao bounces off of Roberts, and then they bonsai off each other. Everybody else quickly able to scamper from it. This is the end of stage number 2. We give it to, again, the driver of Taylor Peacock. He gets it done. Peacock in the 81. Cinnamon, by the way, stage points, 10 points for the winners. Peacock, 9 points to Cinnamon, 8 points to Richard, 7 points to Newberg, 6 points to Lumpkin, your top 5. 5 points to Doucette, 4 points to Blanchard, 3 points to McKinnon, 2 points to Hagan, and 1 point to Thomas. Unofficially, that's how it is at the end of stage number 2. And we are going to try to grab, before we go to break, Robert Richards. Let's get his thoughts. I'll tell you what, William, I really want to get his mindset because he had problems in the beginning of the race. He's fought back his way back onto the podium in the top 3 at the end of stage number 2. I wonder what he's thinking right now.
Yeah, and you can get his mind, read his mind right now, because I believe you're catching up with that 48 machine of Robbie Richards.
We do. Robbie Richards, man, problems in the start of the Blanchards towing 275, but looks like everything is coming together. The Gremlins are going away, and you're putting yourself in a good spot with a 1 1/4 remaining to try to go to victory lane here at Bristol.
Yeah, definitely a rough start. I don't know what happened. I was following right behind Brady doing the same thing, man, and all of a sudden she just snaps. And luckily I didn't hit nothing, nobody hit me, so I just re-rack it, start from the back, back to the front.
Robbie, has there just been too much aggression tonight early in this race, do you think? Do you think we need to simmer down? Or do you think this is the ingredients of what Bristol provides always?
I believe it's a little bit of both, man. I mean, there is some guys in here who've been a little bit over-aggressive. This track is all about timing your runs and making sure you can pass somebody without running them over. Some of these guys haven't quite mastered it yet, and put all that together, man, and try to Bristol be as tight as it is. It's a recipe for disaster, so it's a little bit of both. Definitely some aggression going on, some hurt feelings.
Well, there's the thoughts of Robbie Richards. Robert, we'll let you go. Get you set for stage number 3. Thank you for your time. And for those that are watching or listening, we will step away, take a quick break. Stage 3 when we return with the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series, the Blanchards 275 from Bristol. Cut it out, man. Whoa! We come back, and there is a massive crash on the restart. Oh, my goodness. I feel like I am the dreaded announcer Jinx. Just got done talking with Robert Richards about how great of a drive he was doing stage number 3. collected in a wreck, and so many other trucks involved as well. As we just took the green flag from commercial break, Cinnamon wrecked, Richards wrecked. Caution out. Here's your on the pole instant replay of what happened now, William.
Here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network, the 48 machine is going to get very squirrely,
Peacock wrecked.
On the entry of the corner, they're going to collect the 81 of Taylor Peacock, the 3 of Chris Cinnamon. I don't know if Adam Newberg in the 4 is going to take any damage here. Wesley, we're going to look at it here again. Chris Blanchard is going to be in the middle of this in the 9 machine. Going to escape this, Wesley, somehow, some way. The 48 is just going to oversteer right here in the apex of the corner.
Oh, my goodness. Wrecked. Peacock, so is Richards, and there's the contact right there. Cinnamon head into the right side truck into the outside safer barrier. Everyone else, Bonsai and Lumpkin, Doucette on the binders to miss him. And there you see Peacock's truck scattered on the top of the bank and out of turn 4. Richards going northbound in a southbound lane stalled. So is Cinnamon's truck. Wow.
Wow. A shake up to the top of the grid. All these trucks involved could have been winners here tonight. All not going to have damage on their trucks. Probably ranging in difference of, significance there, Wesley. But top 3 trucks now probably not going to be the winners of this race here tonight.
I don't know who I want to talk about that accident with. I just... There's probably got to be discussed if you're the driver, Taylor Peacock. Obviously, if you're a driver like Richards, he's probably going to avoid me and you at all costs.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. The over-under of me talking to somebody, Adam Flinker, back to you. The over-under of talking to a driver and then they get caught up in an accident is pretty probable. It's real. It's real. I promise you it's real. I'll never deny that. The commentator curse is real, and it is heartbreaking that just happened to the driver right there, of course, of the number 48 of Richards, the 81 of Taylor Peacock. All those drivers had such a good run going for them. Got to wonder, William, how badly damaged is 81? Adam, can we see the 81? Let's see Peacock's truck and see how badly damaged. I think he's still on track. Now that's the 18. You're backwards. There you go. And
81 machine right now, taking a look at it there, Wesley.
I don't know. I don't think it might not be that badly damaged.
I do see some damage there. It looks like to the left side of that truck, the left back fender there.
Left rear.
Have some heavy damage there, Wesley. I don't know if it's going to slow the 81 down or not. Going to make it just a little bit more difficult for that truck going forward.
So the left rear is the worst for wear, it looks like right now, checking everything. And right now the trucks are going to come back for the restart. So it'll show here on a restart of what kind of conditions they are. He's going to stay on track and be about the 7th position as the field comes back to green flag. We're back underway here in stage number 3. This is the stage to the payout window for the black and white checkered flag. And right now, Blanchard is in the lead, but Newbert's closing in as they work into turn 1. Trucks are spinning. Contact. Michael McKinnon goes around, climbing the outside safer barriers. Fondal. They save it, though. No caution on the back straightaway.
No caution right now on the racetrack. Everything's still green and clear right now. A lot of trucks, though, slipping and sliding around the racetrack, trying to avoid disaster here on lap 162.
Yeah, whatever happened, there was a big save there, but it's a tough break for a guy like Michael McKinnon or Fondal's machine. They fall all the way back into the top 10. Right now, Newbert somehow goes to the lead. He gets around Lumpkin. He gets around Doucette. Blanchard will fall all the way back to 4th. All this happening amongst the chaos as Newbert gets sideways. The leader smacks the inside wall. He was in the lead. He now falls to 5th, and he spins the truck to the bottom of the apron, and he locks up the wheels. Still keeps on going. Falls all the way back into the almost outside the top 10, but something has happened to the 4 in the lead. Joey Doucette now the new leader in 16.
Like Tally from South Park once said, I have no idea what's going on right now. Who knows is leading this race right now? You say Joey Doucette in that 16? That could change at any moment. A lot of things changing here on lap 166.
No doubt about it. A lot of variables happening here as all of this is transpiring. So is also the 81. Taylor Peacock is trying to get back into the top 5 for the most part. Drivers that have been up in the front, including Newbert as well as Peacock, and all of this going on, have now fallen back. Doucette now the man that everybody's gunning for. Lumpkin on the outside looking in second. They go to 1. Watching these guys working their way. That's the Corinth, Mississippi driver, Justin Lumpkin. All the while, he sits comfortably in the number 2 spot. Doucette, the man, now up 10 positions. He's the guy everybody's gunning for. Chris Cinnamon just goes a lap down William Tiller as they go back into turn number 1 and 2. And I think we've lost William Tiller again. Adam Flieger, if you want to jump in here and join me, my friend. All of this going on as the leaders work their way to the back straightaway. It is still Doucette out in front, but Lumpkin is trying to close in as they cross the line on lap 170. It certainly will. It might be. We might have to keep an eye on this right now, watching all these trucks having problems, even in the front now. The front leaders having issues. All the while, they continue to battle here at the Last Great Coliseum, working off of turn number 4. Back to the start-finish line. Joey Doucette is the leader. Lumpkin, though, in his crosshairs off of turn 2, Adam. Caution. Yellow flag is out. I believe Cody Knott's got a problem in truck number 26. Lawrence and Bullock might also have got collected in it. We are under the yellow flag on lap number 173. Caution is out. We'll look at a replay to find out what happened. There you see Peacock just a little aggressive. I believe that is that the 48? Wow. Peacock got into the 48 of Robert Richards. I gotta wonder here, Adam, if that might have been maybe a payback of what happened on that restart to start stage 3, and maybe Peacock thought that well, I'll just say this. He didn't lift off the throttle when he went off into the corner on the 48, intentional or not, I don't know. To speculate, but he didn't lift. Problem there, Peacock into Richards. Yeah. We'll have to check it out here and see what's going on as we are again under the caution flag. And Will Tiller back with us, buddy. Your take of what happened here between the 48 and the 81. I gotta wonder if he might have had a flashback. You know, I always say a driver never forgets, but I can't tell if this was intentional or accidental.
Watch here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. The 48 machine's going to enter the corner there. 81's going to slowly creep up on that back bumper, see what exactly happens here. The 81's going to go down in the corner. 48's going to go as well. I think, Wesley, here on that shot, as much as we might like to see a little revenge, that might be a little net code involved there, Wesley.
That is net code. And for people that might not know, we need to explain what net code is for sure. And who better than to ask what net code is than our friends at Google? So how about this? Okay, Google. What is net code? Stand by.
According to Wikipedia, Netcode is a blanket term most commonly used by gamers relating to networking in online games, often referring to synchronization issues between clients and servers.
There you go. There you go, William and Adam.
That's perfect here as we watch Joey Doucette at the top of the grid there, Wesley, using all the technology here tonight.
Hey,
And
listen, they
360
use
Racing
Siri,
Network.
they use Google, and everything on broadcast on national TV. We have made history tonight using Google. Shut up, Google! I don't need you no more. All right, we have made history tonight for using G in our broadcast at Bristol.
Indeed, and you know, we're talking about this race here tonight, Wesley. Look at some of the guys now inside the top 10 through all of the craziness we've seen unfold here the last 25 laps. We look at the top 10 now being bookended by Dan Hagan up 17 spots. How about the 11 of Derek Kilgore up 20 spots, now up to third?
Right now, everybody comfortably currently in their spot, holding that position here, and we await the green flag. Believe it or not, the field is going to come back to the Geico restart zone. Truck scampers.
Under caution.
Under caution. Oh, I'm sorry. All that excitement for nothing. 1 to go indication. It looks like will be this time by, and the lights are off on the pace truck this time by. So we'll set them up for the restart. Joey Doucette is your leader. No, I'm not going to talk to him because I feel like I jinxed him. Doucette is the leader. Lumpkin on the outside. Ed Osborne. Derek Kilgore. How about Michael McKinnon? Remember McKinnon spun in the apron?
Yes, sir.
Right back in the gas. He's in the top 5 along with Stephen Thomas, runner-up last night at that controversial finish at Richmond, won by Hunter Parsons. Chris Blanchard back in the top 10 with Hug Wigginton, Robert Richards, and Dan Hagan. Green flag back in the air. Now lap number 180 as they come to the line, and the Blanchards 275 back underway.
Right now, Joey Doucette, that 16 machine's going to take that green flag down into 1. Trying to lead Justin Lumpkin in that 18 somehow, some way. Wesley, the 18 has just been quietly inside the top 3 all night long as we dig down to 3 and 4.
Green flag back in the air. The field working their way to the final 90 laps of this race, if you will. It is Doucette down in front. Lumpkin now looking to the inside. He wants to run on Doucette for the lead. They're door to door going up the bank and into 3 at Bristol.
The 18 right now off of 4, trying to steal that lead from Joey Doucette as we cross the line. So door to door, round 1 and 2 here at Bristol on lap 183. Drag racing down the backstretch down into 3.
Talk about drag race, and that's still a drag race in a squared circle. They continue to run each other side by side. Lumpkin on the inside. The purple and silver truck. The purple machine is Doucette. Blue going at it now. Doucette going back to the lead on Lumpkin as he clears him into 3.
Right now, Joey Doucette still leading the 16 machine, but we see from that rear camera view right there, a lot of moving parts behind these top 2 drivers. Chris Hinman right there trying to battle up there. No, Chris Hinman's 9 laps down that 3 machine. Difficulties out of those top leaders right now. Watch Joey Doucette in that 16 needs a win here tonight, Wesley, to get things rolling. Going to cross that line, make it 186 down to 1.
Got a solidly good run again, as you mentioned, all the way in that position. Doucette up in front, Lumpkin in the number 2 spot, Kilgore 3, Osborne 4, Thomas 5. That's the way they stand as they climb the banking out of turn number 3 and 4, back to the line on lap 187.
Watch right now as we see Adam Newberg battling for position under caution. Caution flag.
Now we got another yellow flag out over the racetrack, and we'll find out what happened here to put us under yellow flag number 10, if I am counting correctly. Well, there you see Meza, and Meza just got punted by somebody at the start-finish line. Rob Meza, the Serve Pro entry. Is that the 46, I think it might be? 45 Danish Shepherd, I believe it is. 45 Danish Shepherd got into him there. And here's a look at the replay for the Putney, Vermont native. He just tagged the 37 of Raw Meza, and I don't think that he done it intentionally. That's just a product of what we talked about earlier, what seems like yesterday, William, of just being so fast, exiting off the corner, not having time to quickly get on the binders. You saw Mez on the bottom of the apron, pulls up in front of Shepherd. Shepherd had all that speed. All he could do to get on the binders and lift.
Yeah, again, for the 37, Raul Meza is just going to continue that bad luck. We mentioned it last time the 37 was tagged up an incident for Daniel Shepherd. That 45, though, just going to be a little damage to the front of that truck here. And Wesley, we see right here, we're going to ride on board with that 37 Raul Meza. Another tough night behind the wheel of that truck. They'll turn it around eventually. Well, Wesley, I got some breaking news for you here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network of the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. From that last incident, not this last caution, the last incident that we saw between the 81 of Taylor Peacock and the 48 of Robbie Richards.
Sure.
Robbie Richards has been parked in this race as well as the 81 of Taylor Peacock.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. They have both been parked for the duration of the remainder of this race.
You know, I actually asked that question of you know, what's your thoughts of what happened there? I know I asked Adam. You had kind of had some mic problems again, I think, when it all took place. But I did ask, you know, was it intentional, Adam? And I guess the powers that be at Nazareth do think he might have got into him a little aggressively, and for that reason, he's been parked. Both of the drivers have been parked, actually.
Yeah, we see right now for the 48 machine, Robbie Richards was top 10, top 5 here tonight. Great run out of that 48. Taylor Peacock, we saw the night that he was having, winning stage 1 and 2 in the 81 machine. Gonna be another controversial, little heated, maybe pit lane here at the end of this race here tonight. Whoever wins this race will feel mighty lucky to do so. Bit more controversy, just like last night in the over-the-top designs Xfinity Series here tonight. This race has been a bit controversial with those two guys being parked. Lots of fireworks to go with that controversy, Wesley.
Yeah, we'll try to just kind of shake it all back out and see how things develop as the field will get ready to make their way back to the restart in just a few moments, and we will try to settle it again here in the Blanchard's Towing. 275 here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, and without a doubt, this race, William Tiller has not disappointed.
Has not disappointed at all. From the drop of the green flag, me and you have been on level 10, calling left, right, center, all the action here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Here I am William Tiller, that's Wesley Allen, and we're going to go green flag racing here once again.
Bristol, baby. It's Bristol, baby, and it's time to settle it out here with still under, what do we got? Close to 85 laps to go here of 275 laps. Field comes back to the Geico restart zone. We are back at it again with around 80 remaining. Doucette, Lumpkin, Thomas, they climb the bank into the back straightaway. Doucette clears them in 3.
See Osborne, that 42 machine, a little bit of damage on that. Truck's having difficulty there on the inside lane. Oh my goodness. Looked like brief contact with the 9 of Chris Blanchard there. As mentioned, the 42 of Ed Osborne still trying to hang on here. Going to lose a position to Blanchard as he goes around the 9 machine.
Man, what a great piece of driving he made by getting it on the binders quickly to check up and not get collected. Blanchard will stay in that number 5 spot. Meanwhile, here we go. Do for the lead. It's Doucette, it's Lumpkin. The conga line works their battles off of 1 and 2 out of 4. And it's the battle of purple and blue as they go to 1.
Justin Lumpkin in the 18 machine's a man on a mission. As I said before, the 18's quietly having a very excellent drive here tonight. But inside the top 5, top 3 majority of tonight's race. Now has his sights set on the top of the grid. He wants to kick his feet up in that penthouse position at the top of the grid. A battle for the lead on 197.
A battle for the lead again as the leaders work their way to the back straightaway. We're closing in on 75 laps to go into the home stretch of this event. Doucette now holding to the lead. Here comes another climber. Stephen Thomas back to the whip. He gets around Blanchard. He carries Adam Newbert with him. Those drivers back to the top 5 into turn 3. Correct left Ed Osborne in 42, not Thomas.
Yeah, the 42 of Ed Osborne right now. You're holding on to the top 5, bookending the top 5 right now. Chris Blanchard, the 9 machine, though. Wesley, not enough has been said about the drive out of Chris Blanchard here tonight in that 9. Up 14 spots from the drop of the green flag. That 9 machine just easily cruising his way around this track here tonight. Watch out for the 9 at the end of this race.
Comfortable spot, Cool Collective right now. Thomas now. Here comes Blanchard into the inside. Millie's, Blanchard's, battle sponsors into turn number 4. Blanchard on the bottom. Here comes now Thomas to battle back. Second last night at Richmond and another short track. He's trying to now get in the top 3, and we got a caution on the racetrack. Yellow flag will fly yet again. Here at Bristol, we got a problem. I want to say it might be Oh, I don't know.
That's right here.
Oh,
the
yeah.
30 machine.
It's Ron Hunter.
The
Ron
11.
Hunter into Shepard.
And that's Derek Kilgore there in the 11, who was having a pretty good night there. Going to make contact there with Ron Hunter in the 30. We're watching here live on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Watching along with us here on YouTube or Facebook Live. We'll watch right now the contact that's made here, Wesley, the 30 of Ron Hunter and the 11 of Derek Kilgore.
Now, here's a look at your replay as Joey Doucette still the leader. But here, what can I just mention something? What bad luck for Derek Kilgore. Do you see what happened to Derek? He was at the start of the wreck, thought he clears the wreck. Oh, no, you're not done. I'm going to hit you again. And then he gets taken out in the wreck.
Yeah, and for Derek Kilgore, I just mentioned one of the biggest movers in this race was up a bunch of positions, was inside the top 10. May have just slipped a little bit here, Wesley, in this run. Maybe what may have caused that issue right there getting tagged up. But for the 11, Derek Kilgore, one of those drivers that's just trying to get the wheels going this season here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Here's a look at it one more time. If you watch the 11 of Derek Kilgore, watch this in speed. Watch this in real time. Okay, great job by Adam Flieger. He tags the left rear of the 30. Hunter up the racetrack, slams into Shepard. Shepard gets clear, and then Kilgore thinks he's out of the weeds, and then he gets punted by the same truck that he got into in turn number 3. Some people call it karma. Some people call it poetic justice. Some people call it, just stuff happens.
Indeed, in the line of Forrest Gump, sometimes things happen there as he put his face in that T-shirt right here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network.
I did not go that
Caution,
far,
Wesley.
William Tiller. You went you opened that door, not me, okay? You went further than I did.
No driver has gone further than Chris Blanchard. That 9 truck now at the top of the grid. Essentially the biggest mover of tonight's race, up 17 spots. Although Clint Mata in that 7 machine is up 21 spots down there in 11th. Chris Blanchard is now at the top of the grid in that 9, Wesley. Been a while since we've seen that 9 machine in victory lane. Could be here tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, buddy, we're not done yet. Still a long way to go in this race, and all the while, it's Chris Blanchard is now the new leader. No, we don't want to talk to him. Michael McKinnon is in second. Now, I'm telling you, how about that? Drivers that had problems earlier in the race, methodically, patiently, finding a way to dust off and lick their wounds and climb back through the field into the top 3. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Michael McKinnon, that 13 machine's going to need a Michelob Ultra at the end of this race here tonight. Michelob Ultra on the side of his truck here tonight. Michael McKinnon, that 13, you talked about it, Wesley. For these drivers that had problems early on in this race, almost using that to an advantage here tonight, avoiding all the other chaos that ensues, making sure their truck is the one that's in the mix at the end.
Oh, yeah, hands down. I mean, you got to be patient. You got to wait till the end. And that's exactly what they're doing as we come back to the green flag, by the way, just after 200 laps as the green flag flies here. And we are closing in on under 75 laps to go, actually under 69 laps to go as the green flag is back out. It is Blanchard on the restart, but they are really stacking up traffic behind them.
Yep. Yeah, battle for the lead right now. Justin Lumpkin. Oh, no! Contact
Wow.
is made. Justin Lumpkin makes contact with Chris Blanchard in the 9. Big pile up on the entry of the corner. I saw this battle brewing, Wesley. I tried to shout it out before we could get to it. It was already over. Contact made between the leaders.
Blanchard, the leader for at least the 3rd or 4th time, wrecked. So is Lumpkin. So is also the 24, Brady LaBeouf. The 20 of Rivera. Ron Hunter. The 17 of Brandon Bullock. Trucks are littered. It looks like a Copart parking lot cemetery of junk cars in trucks in turn number 1 and 2 as they finally scatter and clear away. Here is your look on the pole, instant replay of what happened. Wow. I've said it before. You're the leader. It's not a good place. This is well, it looked like it already started from here. Lumpkin and it looked like Blanchard bounced off of one another for the lead.
Right, we'll watch right now coming off the corner. If you're watching with us here in the NASCAR 360 Racing Network, you'll see the 18 of Justin Lumpkin to the inside of Chris Blanchard in the 9. They're side by side. You do see a little bit of contact there down that backstretch. We'll wonder and see if that is net code in between those two trucks. If it is, that is disastrous. If there is contact made, you'll see right here on the exit of the corner there, Wesley, the 18 and the 9 are going to get virtually, airtight to one another here on the exit of the corner. We'll see right now. That's an excellent shot. If we could bounce back to that last camera angle we just were looking at here, as the 18 of Justin Lumpkin, the 9 of Chris Blanchard here on the exit of the corner. Watching this replay here to see if there was contact made.
Oh, yeah.
There was contact made.
Yeah, he got to the left rear, and they all spin in unison, fighting for that top spot. Blanchard had a shot. He stayed at the bottom of the apron, but then when he shot back up the banking violently in front of the pack, look at McKinnon just barely squeezing by, and the rest of the pack piles in, and there's a logjam session with Bullock's truck airborne. Also, other trucks involved, including LaBeouf, including Lumpkin, including Rivera. Somehow Clinkhart was able to scamper by the 25 that was airborne there. Oh, my man.
And I think the worst part of this replay for me here, Wesley, is you can see the wheels of the 9 machine of Chris Blanchard. When he's going up the track, he has that truck full throttle trying to get off the racetrack before more contact's made.
Oh, yeah, tough break, man. Wow. Lumpkin, Corinth, Mississippi machine. Adam Flieger, I got to bring you back in here. Awesome job getting the sights and sounds of what's going on track. Just calamity here as we're after 200 laps. Yeah, that's why they don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing, folks. I mean, wow. Adam, you raced last night, didn't kind of have a good outcome for you, but I mean, is it just typical short track racing? Do you see this as being the ingredients of what it is? Ready for the field to come back to the Geico restart zone on lap number 214. Green flag goes back in the air, ready to settle it again here at Bristol. It's Newbert now in the lead. Doucette second. They're side by side. They're going to fight for that spot off turn 4.
The money man himself, Adam Newbert, in that 4 machine now battling for the lead right now, trying to get another victory in the month of February here, trying to squeeze him out of the way here. Wesley already has 4 in the last 7, trying to make it 5 in the last 8. That 4 machine, Adam Newbert, battling for the lead.
He is up in front. He is the leader now. The Toccoa, Georgia driver, Adam Newbert, clears by Doucette. He goes to the top spot. Michael McKinnon comfortably in third. Look at this move now. Thomas trying to battle Wigginton. Yes! Huck Wigginton, driver that had problems, wrecked earlier, fighting his way into the race. He's in 4th.
There, Huck Wigginton at 00, trying to hold off the 23 machine at Thomas. And you see the 11 at Kilgore right still in the mix as well. Chris Blanchard in the 9 back in the mix. I think Wesley, we're running out of trucks. Even trucks with damage are out on the racetrack at this point in the race. Just trying to keep it out there and see what happens in this race. 218 laps into this race here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series.
Trying to somehow survive and get to the end, if you will. Doucette, the man that's now running down Adam Newbert for the lead. The Ladenko construction machine powers to the outside, to the back stretcher into turn number 3. It's now Doucette now. He makes a run to the bottom as we're closing in on 65 to go.
As you said, keeps trying to get that nose to the inside. The 16 machine wants that number 1 spot in the words of Ludacris as we cross this line down into 1. The 16 machine again to the inside off 2.
Yeah, the gloves are off now, under 60 laps remaining. Look at now Doucette battling on the inside. Adam Newbert will not waver, though. He hangs right there with him. They're right there with each other, number to number to the back straightaway. Back to turn 1 now. They climb the banking. Newbert up on the outside, the silver number 4. Meanwhile, McKinnon and Thomas, they battle for third. That's on the back stretch going to 3.
Yeah, Michael McKinnon with an excellent drive here tonight in that Michelob Ultra machine here tonight, trying to hold off Thomas in that 23 machine. We were wondering about the mentals of that 23 of Thomas coming off of last night's controversial finish. Hasn't affected him at all here tonight, running inside the top 5. As we watch right now, 23 machine trying to get around Michael McKinnon for a podium here on 2:24 across the line down to 1 and 2.
Closing in on about 50 laps to go now, but they come to the line. It's Adam Newbert, still the leader. Here comes now Doucette. He pulls to the inside, clears him. No, he doesn't. They're door to door. Newbert, stronger truck on the outside lane, going to 1.
And another battle for the lead that we've seen here tonight. These top 2 drivers trying to hold on to that spot. Adam Newbert in the 4 machine, a.k.a. the money man here in the month of February. Trying to hold off the 16. Off of 3 and 4, we jump back to the 3rd position. Michael McKinnon in the 13, trying to hold off the 23 of Thomas. Quite the battles right now, Wesley, inside the top 5.
50 laps to go, my friend. The gloves are off, no doubt about it, and it's go time here on the last great Coliseum. Who's going to survive here on the half-mile concrete? Now Newbert pulling away by about 2 truck lengths. Doucette falling back. Stephen Thomas is all the way 2 seconds back. He's holding off McKinnon for that spot as they work the banking high into turn 3 and 4.
Thomas to the inside right now, thought he had position. There goes Michael McKinnon in the 13 machine, back to the outside right now. These two are going back and back right now. Adam Newbert is cleared in the 4. Big run though out of the 16. Joey, you said 23 machine of Thomas clearly has cleared the 13. Michael McKinnon now in the 3rd position as we dig down to 1 and 2. No change at the top of the grid.
Right now, everybody now climbing the climb of the banking right now. All these trucks have been littered, scattered all over the racetrack. Now they're just somehow trying to beat and batter damage to get to the finish. Newbert's truck, though, holding on, being in that top spot, but he's overcoming lap traffic as he clears by Cinnamon and the machine of the machine of also the Hicks machine going off in the corner. All this going on with Doucette trying to run down Newbert again as they cross the line.
9 trucks left on the lead lap here tonight from the Bristol Motor Speedway. The 16 machine of Joey Doucette keeps riding that inside lane lap after lap, just letting Adam Newbert know in that 4 machine that he's there when the time comes. He will pounce like a hungry animal in the jungle. Down and go 1 and 2. 2:32 on the board right now. Wesley down the backstretch.
It's Toccoa, Georgia. That's the driver, Adam Newbert, and his number 4. It's Oakland, Maine. Joey Doucette of the purple 16. Lap traffic is in the way of the leaders. That's Raul Meza. He'll clear to the bottom and says, have at it, boys. They'll battle in what could possibly be the final stretch of the race. They now run up the banking again into turn number 3. Newbert holds on to the spot, but Doucette trying somehow to make something work on the bottom. Access denied. Back to 1.
No truck's going to look pretty in victory lane here tonight. As you see, the 4 machine of Adam Newbert also has damage on the backside of that truck here tonight. As we dig down in the corner, looks like it will be these 2 trucks that will decide the finish here tonight. Foregoing any more caution flags here tonight, Wesley, which we've seen a bunch here tonight. Bristol Motor Speedway, 23 machine of Thomas now all by himself, solid in the 3rd position.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It has been an all-out gutter war of trucks littered all around the racetrack tonight, and now it is survival of the fittest virtually here at the last great Coliseum. Newbert up the outside lane. Here comes now Doucette to the bottom. They'll stay single file. No one else jumps out of line as they climb the bank again into turn number 3.
Joey Doucette keeps trying to inch up to the 4, although Adam Newbert keeps laying down hot time after hot time after hot time. But that's no hotter than the 23 machine of Thomas, who just ran the fastest lap time on the racetrack. Slowly but surely creeping up to those top 2 guys. Wesley.
You better caddy bar the door, ladies and gentlemen. We're closing in on 37 laps to go. This is the home stretch of the Blanchard's Towing and Repair 275. Newbert's truck is in the lead. The Lanco construction machine. Joey Doucette will follow. Lap truck from behind. The lead, though, now growing faster between McKinnon and Thomas, running down the leader. 1.27 seconds. Can he make it a 3-truck battle there up the banking with more traffic into turn 2?
Steven Thomas in the 23 machine is definitely coming, has that gap now down to less than a second. Each corner that goes by, Wesley, that gap gets smaller and smaller. Steven Thomas in the 23 is a man latched to a rocket soaring through space right now as he tries to slice and dice his way around this lap traffic, get up to these leaders, and put his name at the top of this grid.
Ever heard of that cliche, I'm a man on a mission? That's exactly what he is right now, trying somehow, some way to stay there in the crosshairs, to be there amongst the win. And another thing we haven't seen in this longest green flag run of the race, and the Blanchards towing 275. Damn it, Wesley, you jinxed it. I hope I don't, but there is no caution yet, and you gotta wonder if we will see a late race caution. Adam Newbert doesn't want to see that. He's now opened up that lead to a quarter second on Doucette in 2.
Yeah, I think Adam Newbert heard me over the broadcast because he is now laying down fast times at the top of the grid. Our fastest truck on the racetrack last time by. I know folks at home, you're probably wondering on a short track, why does speed matter? Because right now as we count these laps down, the fastest truck on the racetrack will get by the quickest. And right now, Adam Newbert, fastest truck, still at the top of the grid as we watch Steven Thomas in that 23 now battling with the 16. Joey Doucette, as we dig down the corner, quick pass from the 23 as the 23 moves up into second.
What a move he made to move into the number 2 spot. Here comes Steven Thomas. He doesn't want to be a bridesmaid 2 nights in a row. He wants to go for the win. Closing in on 30 laps to go. Newbert better look out behind him. Here comes Doucette now falling back. Steven Thomas is up to the whip in the number 23.
Steven Thomas coming off a controversial finish last night. Here tonight, doesn't want any controversy, doesn't want any judges involved, if you will. He wants to make this victory crystal clear as the 23 machine digs down in the corner. Clearly has the 4 sets in his sights here, Wesley, as we are counting the laps down here, down to 1 and 2.
Back out of the corner, it's going to be now closing in on 27 laps to go now into the cross home stretch, if you will. It is Newbert. He is in the lead. It's now 1 second, but it is dwindling and fast. Doucette now, who battled, has fallen back to third. He's 2.5 seconds back to the leader. Steven Thomas trying to keep it under a second, and there is lap traffic in the leader. There's the interval as they work off turn number 4.
Yeah, a few blockers, if you will, creeping up to Adam Newbert in that 4 machine. Could put some trucks in between him and Steven Thomas in that 23. The 23 machine starting to slow down just a little bit. Lead still up to a second here, Wesley. If Adam Newbert can hold this pace, again, we'll make it 5 out of 8 here across the board. And Nazareth, the money man here in the month of February.
Hands down, the money man trying to do all he can to be the top dog in victory lane when it's all said and done. Right now, a solid drive for the driver of the number 4 from Toccoa, Georgia. By the way, Toccoa Raceway will fire back up again in April. Had a great conversation with Mike Davison and Jackie, the promoters, the other day. That's where he's from. He's looking to pocket more money of the already $325 he's made in the last month. But the West Virginia native, almost heaven in Bristol, Steven Thomas, reeling him in like bait on a hook. He can't get there yet. And by the way, we're 25 to go under those laps.
25 laps to go here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, folks. If this is your first broadcast tuning in to us here tonight, these drivers are racing for cold hard cash. Wesley, some of these drivers can walk away from these races with at least $90 in your pocket if you check all the boxes, but you got to check that main box first. You got to win here tonight to take home the most money here tonight. Right now, Adam Newbert is trying to do that in that 4 machine, although the 23 machine of Thomas not getting slowed down by this lap traffic at all. Lead still a second here as the laps are ticking down.
Yeah, 20 laps to go now, my friend, is lap number 255. Just came up on the scoreboard pylon. It's Adam Newbert, the leader, but there's the interval. He is still moving through lap traffic. Shepard goes a lap down. So does the 7 truck of Clint Mata. All these drivers fighting for position. This is actually going on. Is that the 7 of Mata? I think it is. If it is, that's the 6th place truck going a lap down on track.
Yes, sir, indeed, as our top 2 drivers are now going through the field right now, Wesley, as now we're creeping up to Derek Kilgore in that 11 machine. That will leave us 5 trucks on the lead lap.
Amazing.
As it stands. Right now, actually, we have 8 trucks on the lead lap right now here, Wesley, as now Chris Blanchard's our last truck. Clint Mata right there in the 7 machine is there in 6th, our last truck. So 5 trucks will be led by Derek Kilgore in the 11, right there in the 5th position, up 18 spots for the drop of the green flag there, Wesley. But I don't think he wants to be the last truck on the lead lap.
Oh, no, he does not, buddy. There's the interval now. 1.16 seconds and growing now between Newbert. Newbert wants to, just do a little bob and weave in the truck dancing because he wants to see that increase on Thomas. Thomas is losing ground as now he clears by the 77 machine. That driver of Johnny Lawrence will go a lap down. 15 laps to go as they work their way to turn number 3. It's clear sailing for Georgia's Adam Newbert, taking it to the West Virginia native, who's now stuck by lap trucks out of 4.
Yeah, just like Tom Brady playing a 3rd season in Tampa Bay, Stephen Thomas winning this race here tonight is just not gonna happen. As Adam Newbert in that 4 machine clearly by himself there, as those lap trucks really came to his advantage there. Use those tools from his tool belt here tonight, Wesley. Now clearly in the lead with 13 laps to go.
Took him all to the woodshed, my friend, and he has definitely been the talk of the night. Newbert is the man up in front. He is leading this race. Stephen Thomas is in that 2nd position. He is losing ground, and the laps are not his friend either out of turn 4.
Not his friend either with 12 laps to go. Right now we're going to ride on board with that 4 machine of Adam Newbert with that excellent shot of the Nazareth 360 Racing Network logo right on the back of that truck here tonight. Folks, if you've enjoyed what you've seen here tonight, we invite you to go check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Like, share, follow, all those good things to stay up to date with all the iRacing action that comes forth here in the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. And Wesley, I do believe we are live almost 6 nights a week with a weekly podcast on Wednesdays. I tuned into that podcast. I learned things myself, and folks, I call these races. So definitely tune into that Wednesday night podcast here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. With 9 laps to go, I'm sure they'll be talking about this finish here, Wesley, as that Ford machine is trying to cruise to his 5th win in 8 races.
Yeah, let's focus on what's going on track. We'll promote podcasts later, but yeah, that Wednesday night program is always something to check out. And, of course, always at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central. Adam Newbert is the leader. There's the interval now back with lap trucks galore in front of Stephen Thomas. 3-second lead. All he doesn't need is a caution flag. Adam Newbert is in single digits to win here at Bristol.
Yeah, cruising around right now with 7 laps to go, the 23 of Thomas. Essentially, right now, as it stands, Wesley is going to finish exactly where he finished last night in the Xfinity car. Right now, Adam Newbert, though, down into the corner, just cut by Michael McKinnon, the 13, who was having a pretty good run here tonight. It's going to go a lap down here, down to the corner. Adam Newbert just counting down the laps behind the wheel of that Ford.
Picking them up and putting them down now. 6 remaining. They're going to come to the line, and it is now an open hand from your flagman. Lap number 2. 70 on the board, 5 laps to go. It is Adam Newbert looking to win another show here at Bristol. And if he wins, he will also be a back-to-back winner and the only 2-time winner this year for the series with 4 to go on the back straightaway.
Adam Newbert in that Ford machine. We're running out of adjectives to describe the drive out of him here tonight. 4 laps to go. Just cruising around these corners here tonight. Battle through all the adversity. Make it 3 laps to go. Throw up those 3s. Rest in peace to Dale Earnhardt, because Adam Newbert will take us off at 2 down the backstretch.
It is Adam Newbert continuing to hit his lines perfectly. There is Joey Doucette, by the way. You're seeing the interval if you're watching from the start-finish line to the leader coming out of turn 4. That is the 3rd place truck. Everyone else is a lap down or more. It is Adam Newbert picking them up, putting them down. 2 to go here at the last great Coliseum, and Adam Newbert is looking for the white flag as they work out of turn 4.
Adam Newbert officially has that white flag signal. Final lap here in the Bristol Motor Speedway. Adam Newbert, a.k.a. the Money Man, will take that Money Man number 4 machine off of 4 right now and claim the grandfather clock here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Adam Newbert wins here tonight.
And when it's all said and done, Adam Newbert will win again back-to-back on the series for the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series as he won last Friday night. And in addition to that, he will also be the first repeat winner of 2 wins or more this season for the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series. The Blanchards, Toyota number 4, or excuse me, in the Blanchards Towing 275, the Ladanco Construction Toyota wins tonight at Bristol. By the way, longest green flag run of the race, the final race to the finish.
Yes, sir, Wesley. Pit stops didn't really come into play here tonight. A lot of yellow flags. But that last stretch of green flag racing was just one after the other. Back and forth, battle after battle. But again, Wesley, that Ford machine, Adam Newbert, we're getting to know him pretty well with all these victories here in the month of February.
Man, what a big win for that driver of the number 4 machine from Toccoa, Georgia. He is now the first back-to-back winner of the series of NASRA for the Triple M Pulling Trucks. Now, you know, Chase Cabry and Ted Wade has done it with the Thursday Night Over the Top Xfinity Series that we cover will on the NASRA 360 network. But for this series, back-to-back and the first repeat winner of the year, a pretty good points day, another big winning day. If his numbers of winnings are correct, he will have now close to $475 or $480 whenever you tally his money here tonight as well. Wow.
And as I mentioned there, Wesley, if he didn't have a Valentine for Valentine's Day, I'm sure he could take himself out somewhere real fancy with all the money he's earned here in the month of February. Adam Newbert again takes the bag home here tonight with an impressive win, Wesley. And I think you forgot to mention only 3 trucks left on that lead lap.
That's right. 3 trucks, by the way, just the process of elimination after so many trucks littered and scattered and wrecked. And here is your unofficial. I want to say official, but it's unofficial because you never know, especially after what the hell happened last night.
Right.
Adam Newbert is the winner again, the number 4 for Stick With It Motorsports. His teammate, Stephen Thomas from West Virginia, right behind him, 1 and 2. Joey Dissett will finish 3rd. And Michael McKinnon, what a drive for the 13 from Missouri. He'll finish 4th. Derek Kilgore, problems in the race to finish in the top 5. By the way, from McKinnon on back as a lap down or more. I can't believe I'm saying that. Clint Motta, 6th. Huck Wigginton, 7th. Chris Blanchard, 8th. CJ Fondow, 9th. And Chris Cinnamon, William, is your top 10 at Bristol.
Pick up in the 11th position, Dan Hagan with a good drive here tonight, up 16 spots from the green flag, although a lap down will finish 11th here tonight. Raul Meza in that 37, bad luck. We saw him involved a couple times here tonight. Wesley's going to finish 15 laps down in the 12th position. Jacob Plinkart in that 5 will finish 13th. Justin Lumpkin in that 18 will finish 14th. Ron Hunter in that 30 will finish 15th. And Osborne in that 42 machine, 16th position. Jeff Sickles in the 22 will finish 17th. Brandon Bullock in the 17 will finish 18th. Johnny Wards in that 77. Shout out Luka Doncic in that 77 machine. Finishes 19th. And Cody Knott, our wonderful producer here at the NASRA 360 Racing Network in that 26 machine will finish 20th.
Yeah, let's go to the rest of the rundown for those that are watching. I think right now we're showing the top 18. Rest of the field of, think, close to 30 trucks that took the green flag, including in 19th again, the driver of Lawrence, Cody Knott. 21st is Robert Richards. 22nd is Taylor Peacock, who was so strong in the first 2 stages of the race and then got wrecked at the end in stage number 3 on the official restart, mind you, of stage number 3. And then a controversy between him and Richards. They were both parked after the end of the accident. 21st and 22nd. Jose Luis Rivera will finish 23rd. James Morris, 24th. Blake Lothian, NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series competitor, will finish tonight 25th. So will also be Dana Shepard. Trey Pitts, who had some hang time tonight as well, is 27th. Brady LaBeouf, a bad night for the boss in the 24 Gatina truck. And Keith Bradley, 29th. Jason Stevenson, 30th. And the final starter is Devin Painter will finish 31st of the trucks that made the race here tonight at Bristol. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, it is our post-race wrap-up. We will grab a word with Newbert, Thomas, Doucette, top three, and close things here in the Blanchard 275. This is Nazra from Bristol on the Nazra 360 Racing Network and on the Community Radio Network as well. There. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you only heard the conversations that we say off air, okay? Every broadcast company, radio, television across the world does it. There is a talkback mic where normally you communicate with your producers when you're off live. And, yeah, we have some funny conversations. Thanks to Adam Flieger along the way. With William Tiller, I'm Wesley Outland. Welcome to coverage of the NASRA 360 Racing Network. If you're listening on the radio side of things, on the Community Radio Network, I had a buddy of mine, Mike Ray, messaged me, Will, and he said, holy cow, I feel like I'm listening to MRN at Bristol, the way you guys are calling it. It sounds like the real deal. And when I texted him a picture of the race, he's like, this is a computer race? Yes. So it was a good one, a fun time. We hope you enjoyed it, and thank you, Mike Ray, for the shout-out. And again, let's go to Victory Lane. Coming up, Adam Newbert. But right now, William Tiller and myself will grab the third place man. That is going to be the driver, Joey Doucette. Let's bring Joey in. We'll chat. I'll chat with him. Will, you chat with him. Joey, a crazy race. It seemed like things finally settled down after the process of elimination, and you survive a race on the podium in third.
Whew, that's just a exhausting race. But yeah, P3 tonight. I don't have nowhere. I thought I had it in the bag until that last caution between Chris and Justin there, and I hit Justin in the end, rear end there, and gave me a 4X. Had some oil temperatures getting up there, but once Adam got around me and I just tried to battle with him, I had nothing for him, and I mean, I tried my best. I mean, another P3, the fourth one of the season. Like I said, the last interview that I had, I can never finish second or first, but I think it's coming. I just don't know when, but I'll take a P3 tonight with all the chaos here at the Coliseum.
William.
Yes, sir. The Joey just sent that 16 machine. Strong run here tonight. Going to finish third. Joey, we saw you battling up there at the top of the grid. Does a third place finish here feel any discouraging, knowing that you could have had the win, or you just carry on this momentum, this confidence of a podium finish on to next week?
It's a little disappointing, but I mean, at least I'm being consistent in running the top 10, top 3. Um, but I got some good tracks coming up, and I just got to take this and use the momentum, and hopefully I can get a win in the upcoming weeks and try to get hot before the playoffs. But I mean, Adam Newber, hats off to him. I think this is like second or third win this season. I mean, he's just on rails. Stephen Thomas finishing second. I had nothing for him when he reached me. Like I said, I had damage, but I'll just take this momentum in P3 and just get out there and do the best I can.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's
great
the
job.
thoughts.
Great job.
Yeah, there's the thoughts of the Oakland main driver. When it's all said and done, he will finish here tonight in third. Joey Doucette. Joey, thanks for your time, buddy.
I appreciate it. Can I get
Sure.
Just gotta I like to thank Nazareth 360 Racing Network, Warrior Wraps, NRE Power System, M1 Race Cars, Over the Top Designs, Hoopty's Garage, Pulse Poppers, Blanchard's Towing, Stogies, Triple M Pulling, Sim Racer Hub, Butt Kicker, and 213 Simware. You guys, Brady, for still bringing me on in the beginning of the season and building this team and just moving forward. So I owe all my thanks to him, and congratulations to again Adam and Steven with the 1-2 finish.
There's the thoughts of Joey Doucette. Again, he'll finish on the podium, the number 3 position. Sick with it, Motorsports. As Joey said, we'll finish 1 and 2. We'll grab the runner-up of the race, the driver out of West Virginia, and that is the man, Mr. Stephen Thomas, who finished second last night after a controversial race at Richmond. He will do the same thing here tonight, though less controversial. Elkview, West Virginia is number 23. Toyota, second spot. Steven, obviously, it's a lot more fair game whenever you got your teammate in front of you as well. Good job on second.
An official second, right?
It is officially second, yes.
There we go. I like it. Yeah, man. I'm just happy that I got back up there, man. I was involved in a lot tonight. I accidentally wrecked Blake at one point, Blake Lothian, and I got an EOL. Had to go back to the back. Kept going in the pits to get some damage fixed, and I guess luckily, I hate that there was so many cautions tonight, but I guess I'm lucky there was because it got me back in position to finish where I finished. So I'll take it.
Well, I'll tell you what, William, I'll get your thoughts here in a minute with Steven too, but this race was very eventful. A lot of cautions, a lot of wrecks, until finally those last probably 60 laps, and then you're able to hold on to finish things under the green flag. What was it like surviving the wreck that was Bristol today at the last Great Coliseum tonight?
Oh my goodness, dude. There was a lot of surviving wrecks, especially like I said, when I got that EOL and went to the back of the pack. There was 2 wrecks that I literally came to a stop in the top of the track just to avoid it, and people were flying by me underneath, hitting people. There was a lot going on, dude. It was nerve-wracking. And like I said, I'd get to the front, and then I'd have to go in the pit, fix some damage, get to the front, go in the pit. So I kept putting myself in that spot. But I mean, we avoided it, man. I can't wait to go back and watch the replays for sure.
Yeah, Steven, if I could, in that 23 machine, Stephen Thomas going to finish second here tonight. And I'm curious to ask you there, Stephen, we didn't get a chance to talk to you during the race. Did last night's finish affect you at all here tonight? Were you thinking about anything? I know everything was settled here this afternoon, but were you thinking about that finish at all here tonight?
You mean as far as the calling, or like just
right? Whether or not you won the race or not, essentially.
No,
That's old news. Come on, guys.
Yeah, now I knew pretty soon that I didn't win that race, and I mean I felt like they got the right call, and I kind of knew what the call was going to be. So no, it didn't affect me at all. Honestly, last night's finish got my confidence up, man.
There we go.
I've been on a slump the past 5 weeks now, especially on Friday night series. So last night's finish got me ready to get my season going. Hopefully we can be up here in the booth more often.
Hey, listen, final question. Thank your sponsors. I love you mentioned, of course, the Millie's Restaurant and Catering. They got the Next Gen Cup Series Round 2 Sunday night, of course, at Auto Club Speedway, 9 p.m. Eastern on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. But I got to ask you, is it time to put a bounty on your Sick With It Motorsports teammate, Adam Newbert? I mean, my goodness, this is like over $375 in a month.
Somebody's got to put a bounty on him. I hope I can be the one to do it, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I passed Joey, I was like, bro, I haven't got a win this season. But he obviously seen he didn't care too much about that. But yeah, somebody's got to do something about him. He is on a roll right now.
Well, in the words of Ricky Bobby to Cal Naughton, or Cal Naughton said to Ricky Bobby, nothing wrong with silver. Before I let you go, thank your sponsor, Steven.
Yeah, obviously I want to thank Swim, like you mentioned, my teammates, Jeff and Justin. Lumpkin was super fast tonight. Had some unfortunate accident happen to him. Adam, of course. Blake, our part-time teammate, I accidentally took him out tonight. So, like I said, Swim and all the guys involved there. Millie's, my main sponsor, Millie's Restaurant and Catering. You mentioned them. A's Lawn and Landscaping. Who else do we have here? Roofco Group, Ladan Co., and Family Handyman. And then, of course, the league sponsors. I want to thank Brady and everybody that gets this thing going. I want to thank Nazareth 360 Racing Network, Triple M Pulling, Pulse Poppers, Hoopty's Garage, Blanchard's Towing, Butt Kicker, Stogies, M1 Race Cars, and Warrior Wraps for all the guys that help us out with this season, and of course you guys at the booth, man, for being here every night we have a race going on, man. Y'all are doing a heck of a job. I appreciate it, and all the viewers. Thanks, guys.
And of course, swim doesn't mean summertime around the corner. Let's go swimming. That's the Swim's Sick With It Motorsports. Toyota number 23, Stephen Thomas from Elkview, West Virginia, will settle for the number 2 position again, looking hopefully soon for Victory Lane. Let's go to Victory Lane. His teammate has done it again. The Dagoa, Georgia driver in the number 4, Adam Newbert. We talked to him last Friday night. He does it again. First 2-time winner of the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series this year, and back-to-back in the Blanchard's Towing Repair 275. Adam, congratulations, buddy.
Hi, guys. First 3-time winner, Wesley. First 3-time winner.
Is it 3-time? I'm sorry.
Three-time.
Damn it, I only got you with 2 with the races I've done, okay? So I'm sorry.
Hey, it's Bristol, baby.
It is Bristol, baby. You survive it. William, you should have told me it was a 3-time winner. Come on now, brother.
No, just looking back on the schedule, yeah, Adam's right. He won week 3 at Texas.
Oh, see, loophole, Adam. I wasn't at Texas.
I know. I got to get y'all. Y'all said it was my first win last week now. Come on now. This is 2 weeks in a row. I got to correct you.
All right, man. Well, listen, congratulations to you. I'll tell you what, we need to put a damn bounty on you.
Oh, man. Hey, look, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Tonight was just, we were definitely fast tonight, but when a lot of guys wreck out like what happened tonight, it definitely helps.
Wait a second, though. You about had a couple of scares of wrecking yourself. I remember right before halfway through the race, your truck was spun down to the bottom of the apron and smoke.
I did. I just got the lead from Joey, and I was coming off, I think it was turn 2, and then, I don't know, I was half throttle that whole time, and the truck just whipped on me. I don't know what happened, right? They scared the heck out of me. I had to grab the wheel. I had to go repair that damage, and then the caution just kept coming, and I was able to get the damage repaired and just able to get back out front, and then enough guys kept wrecking, and we were able to get the tires right there, and then Joey was racing us pretty good right there. I knew if I just kept holding what I was doing, he was going to burn his stuff up, and eventually he did. And whenever I was able to start pulling on him, I just started backing up my corners and just started taking it easy. And then it was just smooth sailing from there.
Actually, if I could, Adam just said he definitely wasn't the fastest truck out there. Tonight, Wesley, statistically, he was laying down the fastest lap time of the entire race at a 15:06. So throw a little bit even more money on that pot for Adam here tonight.
Wow.
Yeah,
Do the announcers get a bonus?
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah,
Adam, I got to ask you, though, man, how do you go from a track like where you raced last week and, from a big track, and then you go to a short track here like Bristol and calamity all through the race? I mean, it was so surprising that it was about a 65-lap run to the checkered flag. But here's the deal. The race did not disappoint. From the drop of the green to the checker, this was a good race for you to win.
Oh, it was a great race. And, Robbie, when he got loose in that corner and took out Taylor and Chris and a couple of those, I think it was another guy up there, that's twice this week. I guess Robbie's kind of helped me out because he helped me out Monday whenever I screwed up on pit road at Gateway. And when he self-spun and, got me the caution back out, and I was able to race back to the front, and I guess he helped me out again tonight. So sometimes, it just takes something like that happening. But you're right. I mean, we were fast the whole race in the stages. We were just mainly taking it easy. Got fourth place in both the stages. I felt like we were faster than that. It was just so hard to pass when everybody was, still in the race. But, when it came down to that final stage, me and my teammates, Justin and Steven, we were all we were trying to figure out when we were going to pit. When do we think the last caution was going to be? And thankfully, we timed it perfect, and we pitted on the very last caution and got those fresh tires, and then it was just smooth from there.
Well, Adam, we could stay here and talk all night, man, for sure. By the way, did chat up with Mike and Jackie Davidson of Toccoa Raceway earlier this week, and pretty good conversation. I'll be doing a couple of big races over there with the Spring Nationals, and of course, and possibly 10,000 to win super late model race over there as well. Livonia, Georgia cranks up this weekend, so racing season back in full swing. I know you enjoy it with virtual iRacing. I know you like the real deal, and like I said, we got to stop by that diner right down the road from Toccoa Raceway because I'm craving some of those delicious, I think it's hot dogs with homemade slaw, and their barbecue sandwiches are to die for.
Oh, you must be talking about Bell's.
Bell's Diner.
Yes.
You're exactly right.
Bell's. Yep. That's a good place to go eat right there. And, we got people that come in town all the time that go to eat there, and they love that place. So, yeah, let me know when you come, and we're going to go. We'll go to the race and everything.
It certainly will, and Toccoa Raceway will fire back up in April for another season at the longest-running dirt track in the Peach State of Georgia. By the way, once you get to that 3-week West Coast swing of NASCAR, also the NASCAR Cup Series, Craftsman Truck Series, and the Xfinity Series will be at Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, too. Toccoa, Georgia, Adam Newbert winning. Adam, thank your sponsors. Congratulations, man.
All right, man. First off, my sponsor, Ladanco, man. Thank you so much, Ladanco. It's my aunt and uncle's construction business. They come on board this season. They've really been a big help. I got to thank my team owner, Jeff Sickles. Up next, my teammate, Stephen Thomas. Jeff Sickles, of course, again, my teammate, Justin Lumpkin, Blake Lothian, my spotter. This is I'll tell you what, this is the second race he's been on that crew chief spotter box. This is 2 for 2 for him. So that's huge for him as a spotter. It's his first, time spot, and he's 2 for 2. The rest of our team sponsors, Millie's Restaurant and Catering, and Millie's North, which just launched down there in Daytona, A's Lawn and Landscape and Darren's Nail Gun Repair, Roofco Group, First Pacific Funding, the Spachulas and Family Handyman, and then, of course, National 360 Racing Network. Thank all y'all, Triple M Pull and Pulse Poppers, Hoopy Garage, Blanchard's Towing and Recovery, Butt Kickers, Stogies, M1 Race Cars, and Warrior Wraps. I feel like I'm getting that down pretty good.
Yeah, hands down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, his third win. I will make sure I damn right it tallied this time, okay? I got it Roman numeral on the wall. 3 wins now for the Adam Newbert machine. And, of course, he picks up it again tonight. The only multi-winner of the NASRA 360, or the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series for the Blanchard's Towing and Repair 275, Toccoa, Georgia's Swim Motorsports Toyota. That is, again, Adam Newbert. Well, Adam Flieger, to another Adam, pardon the pun, your take of the race here at Bristol, pressing the buttons, being in the director's seat. We'll get William's thoughts. We'll pack her up and get out of here. And what a fun time here tonight in Bristol. Bristol's always fun. What? Oh, yeah. Well, we got to somehow shrug it off, if you will, and go on to the next one. So always fun. Adam Flieger working in behind the scenes on the production as well. William Tiller, your final take of this race, buddy, before it's on to Darlington next Friday night. That'll be fun.
Yes, sir. It doesn't get any easier here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series in Wesley, in a race which we saw Taylor Peacock in the 81 dominate Stage 1, came into Stage 2 very fast as well, winning Stage 2 in the 81 machine. Then an unfortunate incident with the 48 machine of Robbie Richards through all the other yellow flags, through all the other chaos and commotion on the racetrack. Those two drivers get parked. That opens the door for even more craziness to ensue. Leaders crashing, top 10 trucks crashing as well. Open the door for Adam Newbert to snag his third victory on the season, going back to back like Drizzy Drake here tonight, Wesley. I cannot wait for next Fast Friday night at Darlington here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network.
Yeah, that'll kick off the month of March for action, including other races in March. Bristol, of course, tonight. Darlington next week. March 10th will be the New Hampshire Motor Speedway from the, of course, to the Magic Mile on March 10th. March 17th, the Luck of the Irish Day will be on St. Patty's Day Friday at Kentucky Speedway. March 24th, we're at Atlanta Motor Speedway, as I mentioned. And then, of course, the NASCAR All-Star Race, end of March. Non-points, special format, big money on the line at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Hope you can join us for all of those events coming up. By the way, don't forget, NASRA is on the air every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, possibly Saturday soon, and Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, whether it's iRacing broadcast coverage of trucks, Xfinity, Cup cars, and even a podcast, we have got you covered. Thanks to Brady LaBeouf and everybody with the North American Sam Racing Association. Follow them at Sam-Racing, Sam-Racing on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and the official website as well. For Adam Flieger, William Tiller, I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations to three-time winner of the season, Adam Newbert, dominating tonight at Bristol in the Blanchard's Towing 275, exclusively on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. And if you were listening on the radio, the CRN Community Radio Network, 87.9 FM, and we are CRN.com. From Bristol, good night. We'll see you next week at Darlington.